Hello, hello, hello. Morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. Hopefully, all doing well this Monday. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well this Monday. My my Monday has been, I mean, I guess fine. I just had to like spend a couple of hours in this morning in the A&E. So, but thankfully nothing too serious happened. So this is good. That is good. I guess I should probably expand on that, right? Of why, because when someone says A&E, you usually think it's like something really bad. No, no, no. It's just we just went to go get something checked out, but thankfully it was not too much. And we, if anything, what kind of like explained, well, helped show that it wasn't too much is that it was just like painkillers that were prescribed, which is good, right? It is pretty good. So yeah, and I expected to go to A&D. Well, we expected to go to A&D what late in the afternoon. That's why yesterday at the end of stream I said that like that there may be no stream today, or that um she may be late, but because instead we went very early in the morning. Yeah, that's why we can do this now. Okay, but okay, it's been a while since we came into Impact Third, right? Because I don't even think I even streamed any Impact Third last week, did I? And I usually stream Impact Third like minimum twice a week since Abyss. But I don't even think I streamed my Abyss. I didn't even, actually, not even that. I didn't yesterday I didn't even completely do Abyss because I just didn't have enough time. Because I I fucked my scheduling up yesterday. Which is fine. Which is fine. I'm not gonna be too angry, right? Because I don't think it was also whether that I would have been able to sustain too well, right? Because it was a freaking seely weather. Gonna get yeah, the Genshin one I did do. I think I got 36 star, either 35 or 36. I'm actually not sure. The second side of yesterday's Genshin Abyss was a bitch. That I do remember. Lava Vita Curly rotation. I'm assuming you're talking about base Curly, right? Why do I have a dupe of you? Huh? Oh, because of the okay, okay, okay. I know why I have like S1 of this because I've been doing BP. That's why. I was like wondering. I never got any Thelma dupe. Okay, okay. Base currently. When's Dragon Banner? Dragon Banner should be this week. It should be on. It should be Thursday when this banner ends. So when the Sealy banner ends. Yeah, when the Sealy banner ends, the Corley banner should come back. Although we're not, although what I do recommend the new Corley, uh, the thing that you should take into account with Impact that is usually always best to just get the newest character rather than backpulling, because backpulling can be a bitch, because then you'll end up backpulling a lot of characters. But I mean, it's up to you, right? It depends on like how serious you take stuff like Abyss and MA in this game. Because backpulling in this game can be a bitch if you don't if you don't get somewhat lucky. Yeah. Yeah. I should not. Oh, wait, hold up. You are one that I don't have at SS. These two I don't have at SS, which is kind of annoying. No, 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 no. No, no. Who's New Rita's friend? Hold up. What is the hell is New Rita again? Hold up. Let me actually check. Because new Rita is. Unless she's imaginary lightning. What's she going? Let me go on the Knuckle News. I think Knuckle News had it, the Vita stuff, or was it Wyvern that had the Vita information? I need to see Vita's typing because for the love of God I can't remember. Where is it? Okay, might actually just be Wyvern then. Who has it? Where is the Vita stuff? Vita. Wheel of Destiny. Okay, so Vita's Wheel of Destiny. Okay. Overflow and stamina. That doesn't matter too much. Like I've said it before, like in a lot of times. This is kind of whatever for me. I mean, I haven't also like done my dailies yet, right? That's why we are overflowing. Hold up, let me. Okay, she's Wheel of Destiny Vita, meaning that you want anyone with Harmonized Shadow Star. Yeah. So any of these characters, so the new Alicia, Durandal, Vita, Sanctuary, Thelema, Senadina, and the old Alicia, if you have a new gear, you can work them with Rita. With the new Rita, because they're all of these characters have the harmonized Shadow Star tag. So they will work with the new Rita if you have any of them. And I guess you can just use your Alicia and Vita, right, with them. Yeah, you can use your Alicia or Vita if you want with Rita. And I guess, like usual, any character with Rite of Oblivion. So you can still use Coralie with the new Rita too, right? The same applies to if you have the Dragon Coralie and if you have Kiana with her, you know, Finality Kiana with her new gear. Or, yeah, with her new gear. And as usual, these three, so both Coralies and Kiana, even though they will work with, what's her name again? Rita, they won't give Rita the strongest buff, right? Because they're just harmonized, because they're just Rite of Oblivion without the harmonized Shadow Star. But Vita will, give Rita her full buff because she is harmonized Shadow Star. But again, like you technically have like a good range of characters that you can use with Rita. Obviously, if you have them, right? But for you naturalized, you have both Alicia and Vita, right? So you can be good, right, for Rita. And Coralie if you like want to move some characters around. And I believe, wait, hold up. Do we know her tags? We don't know her tags, do we? If we knew Rita's tags, what up? Do we know Rita's tags of then in what team she can be good in or works in then? Rita. Where is Rita? Do we know her tags? I can't see information on what Rita's tags are, so I'm not sure what team she will then be able to be used in, but I'm assuming she'll probably have like 2 or 3 tags, Rita. And I'm assuming probably one of them is going to be. I mean, I can't really be sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if she has either Heavenly Shift or Symbiosis. She'll probably have one of these two, right? And if she has symbiosis, she'll be good for the new Alicia. Not sure if she'll be best in slots for new Alicia, but she'll probably be decent. Probably be decent enough. Okay. Okay. So, was that the announcement today? Uh, oh right, no, there was. That wasn't that. Wasn't the freaking nominations for the Game Awards technically released today? Hmm. I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth looking at, right? Because I'm pretty sure the majority. Ooh, crystals. Okay, I'm pretty sure the majority of it's gonna just be Expedition 33, right? I mean, we'll take a look at it in a sec. But I'm gonna have a good suspicion that this year is just gonna be the Expedition 33 year. Which a lot of people say is a good game, right? I technically still haven't played it right because I just haven't gotten around to it. Um. Oh, okay. Technically ran out of stamina. Okay, we can just do the last one probably tomorrow or something. Okay. Let's say probably the page has heavy traffic. Uh, does it? Game Awards. Oh, the page is not even loading. Oh, is in stuck. It's stuck loading. Okay, I guess that's. Oh, yeah, I guess that is showing that it's heavy traffic then. Wait, hold up. It's loading. Who can get mobile game of the year? Wasn't wait why? Wait, why the hell can Woo get mobile game of the year? Isn't it only new games for Game Awards? Huh. That's slightly interesting. That is can get new game of mobile game of the year. I mean, let's see like what the other nominations are. If this website decides to load, because holy shit. Mm, oh, I have to sign in to vote. Uh, sure. Let's sign in with uh Twitch. What up? Sure, whatever. There was a error signing you in. Hold up. Fine, let me I guess try with this then instead. What was Hyacinth's prophecy? Um, yeah, sure. Hyacinth's prophecy. Oh, we saw it yesterday. Well, did we see it yesterday? No, I'm pretty sure we saw it yesterday. I mean, I guess I can just check it right now. It's, I'm pretty sure it should probably be in the wiki, right, of our prophecy. No, it's not. God, I wish this freaking Wikipedia was like more in depth. Oh wait, never mind. It is. Okay. Okay, now it's like missing context. But I'm pretty sure we do know her prophecy. I don't know why it's not showing it here. Oh, because it's not looking into the Trailblaze missions, is it? Oh my god. Oh, Hyacinth's prophecy was at the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Skyfolk will mend dusk and dawn. That was Hyacinth's prophecy. Yeah, at the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Skyfolk will mend dusk and dawn. So I guess at the end of the Rainbow Bridge would probably signify in the sky. If yeah, I guess maybe in the sky. That can be read two different ways. The end of the Rainbow Bridge, because depending on where you start the Rainbow Bridge, you can technically refer to either one. Just kill a quill and get the flame. I mean, that's technically what you could say about all of them, right? They just have to get the respective titans and get the flame. Hmm. I mean, yeah, okay. Let's see. Is this the one that signed in? Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's do this quickly. Okay. Let's see what exactly is here. So, what are we starting with here? Wait, we're starting with Game of the Year. Sure. Wait. Sure. Expedition 33, The Stranding, Donkey Kong, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong, or Kingdom Come Deliverance. Well, I haven't played any of these games. I have not played any of these games. And I don't know. I think Silksong was very well received. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of these games were very well received. I don't. Okay, this not just might be my bias against Nintendo, but I don't know if I would, let's say that Donkey Kong Bonanza is like, let's say, of equal leveling as the rest. Yeah, I mean, it just might be my bias against them. To be honest, it's like a flip between Expedition 33 and what? Maybe Silksong? Um, well, I guess for me, let's just say for here, I'll just vote for which game looks the most interesting to me. And it's probably just Expedition 33, I'm being honest. That out of all of these games, that's mostly the one I'm probably most likely to play. Oh my god, it's loading, inserting the votes. Okay, sure. Oh my god. Oh, okay, really? Okay, never mind. Might not be able to do this then. Holy, is it really that bad? Because I swear it's been like a few hours since this went up, right? Okay, sure. Let's just look at the categories and not vote, because maybe then we can't. Okay, never mind. It's not bad. Okay. Hmm. 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, and it's still this much high traffic on this website. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, hold up. Okay, we won't be able to vote. And hold up, let me find the actual nominations and let me just look at the post. I mean, it would have been fucking Jeff, right? Jeff Keighley. I'm pretty sure he posted all of these, right? God, I wish there was like a better way or like a. Bruh. Okay, this is so ass. Is there literally is like no like one post that shows all of the nominations for all of the different things, is there? I mean, I guess technically what does that is the website itself, but the website is fucking dead right now. Stream was 10 minutes long. Oh, I guess it did stream like the freaking thing, right? Hold up, let's go to the announcement and the YouTube thing, and then we just look from there. Because I won't get an aneurysm trying to find a image that shows it all. So sure, let's just go through this quickly. La la la. Okay, so what is it? It should show all of them here. Okay, so this is best performance. Expedition 33, Expedition 33, Expedition 33. Oh, Silent Hill F. Oh wait, didn't wasn't the voice actress for Silent Hill F actually, didn't she stream herself playing Silent Hill F? And let's see like posts that she was like she streamed herself doing it. And Indiana Jones with Troy Baker. I'll be honest. Most likely someone from Expedition 32 that's gonna win the right. I'd be surprised if Troy Baker or the Silent Hill F VA win. Technically Mocap and VA, right? I'll be surprised if they win it. Okay. Also like. Okay, ongoing game. Dawn Trail, also FF14. Fortnite, Helldivers. I don't know about the Helldivers. Didn't the Helldivers kind of like? Didn't they essentially ruin their reputation and more or less kind of kill the game early this year? Like, wasn't it in around June? There's like an issue with Helldivers with the devs, if I remember. No? I swear early this year there was like some like issues with that was like revolving around Helldivers. I think it was like to do with one of the devs on Discord or some shit like that. But I mean, Helldivers did have like a good Helldivers is like a good game, right? Because it's like you can get like really good moments from it. Marvel Rivals. Oh god, that also did come out this year, didn't it? I know, but I guess it's ongoing game, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is just ongoing game. No Man's Sky. Didn't people complain about Dawn Trail? Yeah, weren't people complaining that Dawn Trail wasn't the best of updates, right? But I mean, FF14 is still like going really strong. Hashtag ads. Wait, what do you mean hashtag ads? Oh, about fucking Helldivers. No. I mean, I would be for this is be either Fortnite or No Man's Sky. To be honest, either Fortnite or No Man's Sky. I don't know about. I mean, I guess technically it could also be Marvel Rivals, right? Because Marvel Rivals really popped off this year, especially when it came out, right? Because it was essentially quote unquote a replacement of Overwatch that people were looking forward to, since Overwatch 2 was a disappointment. Well, Overwatch 2 didn't really live up to the standards which the freaking Blizzard devs sold it as. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel Rivals or Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, or No Man's Sky. I would say those are the biggest contenders for this. Because No Man's Sky, like, if you remember back to when No Man's Sky came out, and when how much they were like selling it, or how much of a unique experience it would be, and then when it came out, and it was not what that, because they oversold it way too much, so then everyone was like disappointed. However, No Man's Sky has drastically improved, right? No Man's Sky. So I guess for ongoing game, uh, I'll give it to the Helldivers 2. Actually, I'll give it to Helldivers 2 because I've seen like a lot more funny stuff in Helldivers 2 than I've seen from any of the other games. I'll give it to Helldivers 2. Sure. Best mobile game. Okay. Destiny Rising. Oh, that is winning, isn't it? Gaming Tours. No, 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 no. Persona 5X. Nope, that is nope. Sonic Rumble. Uma Musume. Okay. Uma Musume Woowa. Okay, this is like where I'm confused. Why the hell is Woowa here? Because this is for Game of the Year, right? Why the fuck is Woowa here? Woowa came out last year. Or the year. Wait, when the fuck did Woowa come out? Last year, right? So why the hell is Woowa here? Because I'm pretty sure all of the other games came out this year, right? It's peak. It feels like it's being. It feels like a new game every year. Well, I think you're gonna be a bit disappointed from me then, because for me, hmm, hmm, I might have a slight different opinion about what it might be. Because I will say, I'm not saying that we were like Renacita was like shit or anything, right? It's been pretty enjoyable. But Uma did like make me get more interested in racehorses, right? It like opened up the genre for me, and also because of Uma, technically I've gone back to semi started watching anime more. Well, specifically like watched Singray and like seen Uma season 1 and 2, right? So yeah, I would give it to Uma. What was the last Aero Japan race horse this year? Uh, let's see, what month is it? It is November. So, wouldn't it be the Hope Cup? What was the actual last Aero Japan race? Hold up. Recent Japan horse. Oh, horse race. Japan horse racing results today. Narasaki, Japan today was the. Okay, these are like all different horses, all different races. Oh, the Queen Elizabeth Cup. It actually is. It is Elizabeth Cup. Hold up, no. Is it? Because technically Elizabeth Cup is. No. It is. Because Elizabeth Cup happens in the first half of November, and in the second half of November is when the Japan Cup is. So the Japan Cup should be coming up in most likely next week. Okay, it would have been the Elizabeth Cup. No, that's right. It would have been the Elizabeth Cup. Jesus Christ, I'm actually using my Oh my god, like that's how you kind of that's how you can kind of sort of be. I played a bit too much Uma this year. But hold up, how many hours do I actually have it? Hold up, let me open my Steam. Steam. How many hours do I have playing Uma on my PC and not um including my what I played on phone? 181 hours. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Okay, is this starting to work now? Or because I gave this to this. Oh wait, is it working? Hold up. Uh-huh. You have been blocked. Sorry, you've been blocked. What? Oh, whatever. Sure. I got blocked from trying to vote. 2 hours on stream. What do you mean 2 hours on stream? Wait. What, for Uma? Is it only 2 hours on stream? Brexit doesn't like the Game Awards. Okay. The fuck up. Okay, so best art direction. Expedition 33. Death Stranding 2. Ghost of Yote, Hades 2. Hollow Knight Silksong. Art direction. I don't think no, I wouldn't give it art direction to Expedition 33. Although Expedition 33 does look like pretty cool in terms of art and its style. I think I actually, from what I've seen, I think I actually do like Silksong's art direction more than Expedition 33, if I'm being honest. I kind of do like Hollow Knight Silksong's art direction more. 2D, but yeah, but it's like it feels like it's I don't know. It feels like it has a better identity in comparison to, let's say, Expedition 33, which is technically just French, right? Because it just uses French as a base for its art direction. I mean, not like it's bad or anything, right? If it's for music, then I would give it to Expedition 33. Although I'm pretty sure it's gonna be for music too, right? Because the soundtracks that I've heard from Expedition 33 are really good. I give up. No. Best score. Okay, yeah, okay, this is gonna be Silksong, Hades 2, Expedition 33. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Expedition 33, yeah, sure. Do you see the bosses? I've seen some of the bosses for Expedition 33. Yeah, Silksong for. I'm sorry, not Silksong. Expedition 33 for audio, music. Best audio. What is this for? Best audio design. HSR. Well, Battlefield 6, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Silent Hill F. I don't know here. I think for this you have to play all of them individually, right? Because it's how the audio was actually balanced while you play, right? So I don't know about audio design. You have to play all of them to be able to give a fair one. And I'm pretty sure both of these probably have like a good audio design. Because technically the only one I've really heard is for specific in terms of audio design is Silent Hill F. But I don't feel like that's, giving fair to just give it to Silent Hill F just because that's the only one I've heard in terms of audio design. I'll just skip this one. Because I can't really give I don't feel like it's fair. Because what is this? Okay, sure. Best adaptation. Oh, movie adaptation. What the fuck is the point of this? The Minecraft movie. I kind of just don't want to give it to the Minecraft movie just because of the fucking chicken jockey bit that went viral. Devil May Cry. No. You are new? No, 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 no. Splinter Cell Death Watch. Uh, hmm. Haven't seen it. The Last of Us HBO. I did hear that The Last of Us HBO is actually not too bad, right? Obviously, I haven't seen it, but Until Dawn. Uh, I guess I don't mind because I haven't actually heard anything about the Splinter Cell one. Minecraft movie, obviously, like everyone heard about it, right? Devil May Cry. It was a okay adaptation. Um, Splinter Cell. At like lots of us at least have heard of, and Until Dawn. I think I've only heard until recently. But I mean, from that, I'm probably just give it to Last of Us to be honest. Best narrative, because I'm not giving it to Minecraft. Fuck that. I'd rather not vote than give it to Minecraft. And that's not because I think like let's say Minecraft is a bad game or anything. No, 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 no. Minecraft itself is like a fine game, right? What I don't like is a Minecraft movie and everything around it. Narrative: Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Deliverance, Silent Hill F. Okay, so that's a lot of like basically repetitions now. Uh, I like I said, all right. No idea. Um, I would say like I'm kind of tempted to give it to Death Stranding 2. Not because like I've played it or anything, but from like the ideas that I saw in Death Stranding 1, I feel like the narrative of Death Stranding 2 can, or is most likely, let's say, interestingly weird, right? That's the only reason why I really want to give it to Death Stranding 2. Miyazaki, it's not even Miyazaki, you dumbass. I'm pretty sure the freaking Death Stranding 2 is fucking Kojima. Yeah, freaking Death Stranding 2 is Kojima, not Miyazaki. Um, yeah, I'll just give it to Death Stranding 2. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, Miyazaki did not freaking do Death Stranding 2. Yeah, I'll just give it to Death Stranding. Because I did hear that apparently the story of not Death Stranding, Silent Hill F is like fine at the start, then progressively gets worse, right? Okay, community support. Okay, sure. Baldur's Gate 3, Dawn Trail, FF14 Fortnite, Helldivers, No Man's Sky. Community support. Not sure to be honest. What the fuck is community support about Baldur's Gate 3? Wait, hold up. React harder. Oh my god! Pog! Fuck that. No, 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 no. Yeah, what the yeah, I don't get what the hell the community support for Baldur's Gate 3 would be. I guess because technically Baldur's Gate 3 has technically had what some updates since the game launch, right? So I'm pretty sure that's more give or take like 5 major patches, right? Patches. I mean the game is good. I I myself prefer Divinity Original Sin 2 over Baldur's Gate 3, and I've pretty gonna put like a good amount of time to both games, right? But if I was like gun to my head, which one are you gonna play more? I'll be Divinity over Baldur's Gate 3, if I'm being honest. Um, I'll just give it to. I guess I'll just give it to Final Fantasy 14, right? I mean, it's been going on the longest, right? Out of all of these three. Yeah, just 14, right? It's technically the only MMO here, so if I want to vote for a MMO, so I'll vote for FF14. I'm pretty sure it's most likely going to be something like Fortnite, right? Because Fortnite is extremely big, right? So it would be surprising if it didn't win. Games for Impact. Genshin Impact? Consuming Display Lost Records, South of Midnight, Wonder Slop. Sorry. sorry. Not Wonder Slop, Wonder Stop. Not Wonder Slop, Wonder Stop, not Wonder Slop. I have no idea what any of these games are, so yeah, sorry. I've never heard of any of them. So yeah, I can't really say. Arc Raiders, both multiplayer. Wait, I'm surprised Arc Raiders got nominated, considering didn't Arc Raiders only come out like a month ago, right? Chapter 10 today. Yeah. We'll get there. Battlefield 6, Night Rain, Peak, Split Fiction. I think Peak, to be honest. Peak, I think it actually might be Peak here. Although I do like Elden Ring. I don't know. Elden Ring Night Rain is interesting, but I feel for me, whenever I think of, let's say, like Elden Ring or like any other Souls game, I can't put multiplayer into it because it just feels wrong. Battlefield 6 sweeps. I mean, maybe. No. Battlefield 6 could actually sweep because it is a good game. And the stuff with the defibrillator, right, and shit, like it is actually quite good, right? Battlefield 6. Where is CODs? I thought COD sold millions, so why is it not there for best multiplayer? Oh my god. When was the last time there was like a really good COD game, by the way? When was the last time there was a good COD game? Because I think for me, the last time I was remotely interested in COD was Black Ops, arguably Black Ops 2. And that was 12 years ago? When the hell did Black Ops 2 come out? Hold up. 2010. Sorry, 15 years ago. Okay. Best independent game. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be no idea what any of these games. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but what is the point of some of these awards when obviously there's really one clear winner, right? I'd be gobsmacked if Expedition 33 didn't win this, because not like I like any of the other games are bad or anything, right? Because they're probably good in their own right. But I'm sorry, if you're gonna compare them to Expedition 33, or maybe even Hades 2. Well, I guess Silksong, hold up. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. There. There's some competition there. But I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be freaking Expedition 33. Although Silksong could win because of how anticipated it was. Because Silksong was delayed by, wasn't it like a few weeks, like a few years? They will carry more trophies than Faker has in his closets. Maybe. Oh wait, shouldn't Faker be for esports quote unquote athletes here, right? Because he's won his 6th world trophy, right? Best indie, I mean, this is another one. Best indie game, best debut indie game. Yeah. I mean, technically, Expedition 33 did start out as an indie game, but yeah, I mean it's the same thing as before. I don't think any of these others have a chance at all. With Expedition 33 being there. Best VR game: Alien Rogue Incursion, Arkham Ghost Town, Deadpool VR, Midnight Walk. Probably the Alien game to be honest. Content Creator of the Year: Keijo, Kaisen Nuts, Moist Critical, Sakura Miko. Do we? Do we just give it to her? Burn Peanuts. No idea who the fuck this is. At least I know all of the others. Um, I'll probably just give it to Keijo. I'll give it to Keijo. Yeah, I'll just give it to Keijo. I am, let's say, like, I am tempted to give it to Miko, to Sakura Miko, just because VTuber. But I'll just give it to Keijo. Who? Wait, you don't know who Keijo is? Wait, there's no way you don't know who Keijo is. Oh, I guess if you don't really pay attention to the league space, you wouldn't really know Keijo, right? Because technically, what? I think he is the biggest league streamer right now. Because I think he no, I don't think he technically is bigger than Ibai, but Ibai is like just the whole of Spain. So, but I think in terms of league, yes. Especially with the stuff which he did with like Los Rotones this year, I'd probably give it to him. A most anticipated game. Isn't this just gonna be GTA 6? Because it's gonna be the most anticipated game next year too. Because I don't think it's coming out next year either. But okay, so 007 First Light. We did see the trailer of this. The actual 007, because it was like a younger James Bond type of story. This actually did look interesting. But GTA 6 is going to be the one that wins. Wolverine. Resident. Oh, Requiem, though. And Witcher 4. I would say I'm most excited about Requiem, to be honest. Resident Evil Requiem, or other than any of the other games, to be honest. Yeah, Requiem. It would be Requiem for me. I know Requiem's not winning this because GTA 6 is there, but I would cast a vote for Requiem. Best action adventure game. Oh, what is here? Death Stranding 2. Okay, Ghost of Yotei, Silksong, Indiana Jones, Split Fiction. Action adventure. Is either Silksong or Ghost of Yotei here, but maybe Yotei. Nah, probably it's probably Silksong here. It's probably Silksong. Best RPG. Otherworld, Expedition. Okay, we know who the winner is. Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Though this wasn't too bad. Monster Hunter Wilds. I do like Wilds. I do like Wilds. It just sometimes runs like a piece of shit. But I do. Wilds is a good game, though it does sometimes. No. It used to run like a piece of shit until like I upgraded my PC. But I mean, it's not too bad. Wilds isn't too bad. I do like playing it. Well, I like playing it with friends. Let me make that correct. Wilds itself is like fine, and I like don't mind going like killing a new monster the first time. and then I'm done. Then I'm done with Wilds until a friend asks me, "Oh, do you want to like play some Wilds?" And then I'm like, "Okay, sure." Outer Worlds 2. I'll probably just give it to Wilds, though, to be honest. Although, even though I know, Expedition 33 is going to be the winner there. Fighting game. Yeah, no. Capcom Fighting Collection 2. So it's a collection. Fatal Fury City of Wolves, which was fine. Fine. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Another collection. Virtual Fighter 5. Yeah, I don't know here. I don't know what. When the hell are we gonna get a new Marvel versus Capcom? We're never gonna get a new Marvel versus Capcom, are we? Because I think Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate is probably still one of my no, it's top three for me. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate is top three. I'm pretty sure for me it's best fighting game for me is most likely something like Tekken 5 or Tekken 6. It's like one of those two. Tekken 5 actually. Tekken 6, Tekken 6. Because God, I like played Tekken 6 so much when it came out. And Tekken 6, oh god, that was hold up, didn't Tekken 6 come out in like 2011? Please don't tell me I'm aging myself so much. Please let it be sooner. Wait, hold up. No, okay, I might not be Tekken 6. Is it Tekken 7? No, it is Tekken 6. It is Tekken 6, and that's 2007. Okay. 2007. Well, what? Shut the fuck up. It hasn't even been an hour yet. When it's gonna be done before then. Don't worry. Best action game. Battlefield 6. Doom the Dark Ages. Nope. Hades 2. I mean, could be Ninja Gaiden 4. I have played a bit of Ninja Gaiden 4. It does feel good. I'll probably give it to Ninja Gaiden 4. I'll probably give it to Ninja Gaiden 4, though. Because I do love myself some Ninja Gaiden. What is this? Innovation in accessibility. Oh, so I guess for... Okay. For some people with, let's say, like some form of disability in this game helps, them play it. I mean, sure. No idea which one of these, right? So I'll just skip, right? Best family game. Donkey. I'm pretty sure it's just Donkey Kong which wins this. Oh, all Mario Kart, all racing one. You know what? I actually want Sonic to win this. I want Sonic to win this solely in the fact because it's the only game which has Hatsune Miku. That's the only reason, and that's why he should win it. Shut the fuck up. Best sim strategy game. Okay, Tactics was good. Jurassic World Evolution is Civ 7. Tactics. Although it's like technically a remaster of an old game, it's pretty good. Best sports racing game. I sleep. Yeah, no, I just sleep. Oh wait, hold up. We gave it to Sonic World Racing again. Okay, esports categories. Okay, sure. What is this? Best esports game. Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang. It shouldn't win this. Valorant, fuck Valorant. I'll just give it to League. Good old League. Describe them all in detail. Sure. Cancer. More cancer. Bigger cancer. So we'll just give it to League. Best esports athletes. I mean, should just be Faker, no? Chovy? Wait, why the fuck is Chovy here? Wait, where the fuck is Faker? Wait, no. Hold up. Why the hell is Faker not here? He literally just won the 6th Worlds. What? No. No. What the hell is this? No. Chovy for being the representative for League. I mean, I would say sure if freaking Genji actually even got to, let's say, like the finals, right? And they won freaking who did Genji lose to again? Fucking KT, right? Yeah, Genji lost to KT. The sort of groups. Nah. Where's Faker? Like, I won't say like I'm the most, let's say, diehard like fanboy of Faker or anything, right? But I can recognize that he's won 6 Worlds. Like, he literally won his 6 Worlds this year. Although T1 was somewhat shaky, and it wasn't until T1 got to like they barely made it out of eliminations. So I guess that's why you could argue, right? But then, no. No. So he should still be there. What is this ancient language he's talking about? What do you mean ancient language? Best. Why the fuck is Genji here? Oh my god. No. Why is Genji here? I would understand if Genji made it. I mean, I guess that Genji did do well like through the rest of the year, right? Because didn't Genji also win fucking the Korean Summer Split, and didn't they also win MSI, right? Yeah, they did win MSI too. So I guess no, because unfortunately, like with a lot of, let's say, things, technically regardless if you win so many, let's say, tournaments before throughout the year, if you don't win Worlds, who cares, right? That's usually the sentiment for a lot of things. Okay. Don't care about Valorant. Don't care about Dota 2. Don't care even less about Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Counter Strike isn't too bad. I'll just give it to Vitality, whatever. No. Okay, so what is this? Best game direction. So basically, for best game that we couldn't give best game of the year to. Okay. Expedition 33. Death Stranding 2. Ghost of Yotei. Hades. Split Fiction. So this is gonna go to Death Stranding 2. Because Jeff Keighley can't give Kojima best game of the year because of Expedition 33. So it's gonna be Death Stranding 2 for best game direction. Okay. So then best game of the year, right? And it's gonna be Expedition 33. I'd be insanely surprised if Expedition 33 didn't win this, by the way. Doesn't win this. If it doesn't win this, that'd be a shock. That is not winning. Why the hell is Donkey Kong Bonanza here? I'm sorry. Why the hell is that game here? Hades 2, yeah, I mean, sure. Silksong. Oh yeah, I mean, technically we already saw this, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be Expedition 33, right? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay. I mean, we'll see it come November 11th. No, sorry, December 11th. Although to be honest, it's just gonna be an Expedition year, right? So rather than caring for the award, we're just gonna mainly watch it for the trailers which come up, which are released then, right? Because who the hell actually cares about the Game Awards apart from the trailers? Very similar to like say like the Super Bowl. Who the care? Who the hell cares about the Super Bowl unless it's the ads that they release? Okay. Okay. I just want Uma to win, by the way. I don't care about anything else. At this point, I just want Uma to win the um the mobile game of the year. Oh my god, wait, did I end myself? Hold up. Wait, what? This finished? Wait, what? Oh my god, wait, this finished already. Oh my god, actually, did I end myself, chat? Wait, hold up. Because what I was planning today to do is to, okay, I didn't think I was gonna go for the Game Awards for that long, to be honest. I will be honest. But I was like planning to, okay, do the Game Awards quickly and then hop onto Stola Sora and finally do the ultimate, right? Because I wanted to do the ultimate, thing here. But it closed already. Oh, kill me. Oh, fuck's sake. What? Wait, but why is it end? Wait, why is it end? Huh? I thought this had like 18 days left. Wait, this had like 18 days left. What? Why is it? Huh. Okay. 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 Okay, that's actually irritating, by the way. My lord. Rules. I got some of them right because I did up to the second highest difficulty, but I wanted to do the last difficulty too and stream. My lord. I guess tomorrow we log on to Stellar to pull for the new character, right? So, it's not the worst. It is not the worst. Okay, let's see. I think apart from the Game Awards, there wasn't really anything else, right? Um, no, it doesn't look like there was like any other. There wasn't any other news. Oh, okay, I'm not sure how many people care about this. But another one bites the dust, I suppose. I guess. Where is it? Where is that fucking game? Oh, here it is. Well, I guess 07 to anyone who's spent any money on Black Beacon. But yeah, Black Beacon is dead. Specifically, Beacon for global is dead. Because Black Beacon in China is still gonna go on. It's still gonna go. It's still gonna run. But like any, oh my god, like this was such a such a mess. Because global was literally treated like worse than second class citizens. And what actually makes the icing on the cake is that global came out first, not CN. Because if CN came out first, then okay, it's like the usual spiel, right? But no, global came out first, and then CN came out, and then they got fucked. They got fucked. There's a new HSR trailer. Are you sure? I'm on the HSR YouTube channel, and there's nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here for HSR. I guess let me check the Twitter. Oh, wait, what? Wait, why the? Okay, why is it? Hold up. Why is this here not on? Why is this not on the official channel? Why is this not on YouTube? It's on Twitter. Okay, let's see. What is this? Pre-war news flash recap formation of the Cosmic Alliance authentication successful. Herta login. According to calculations, the Einstein thread will spill over the neighboring Amphorian systems. The formation of Cosmic Alliance is now an urgency. The operation will be divided into two fronts, internal and external. The Axial Express will work to dismantle the Einstein's core from within and the Allied forces. Outside will handle Einstein's overflow threat and provide protection to the evacuation support of all residents of the Gential Alliance has confirmed its entry to the Anti-Einstein Cosmic Alliance. The Strategic Investment Department main fleet will rendezvous with Planet Skrullum's fleet in 12 system hours, then proceed to the designated sector, then internal news flash. Internal only to update the list. Okay. Huh?
Here are the current details for this phase. The Xianzhou Alliance has confirmed its entry into the Anti-Iron Doom Cosmic
Oh, Jesus
Alliance.
fucking Christ. Twitter's
Coalition
compression.
War Council will convene in 4 system hours.
Oh,
This battle will be divided into 2 fronts. According to operational plans, the Coalition will assemble a united fleet to suppress the outward spread of the Iron Doom calamity, preventing further harm to the cosmos. The Astral Express, together with local forces on Amphorius, will search from within the world to locate Iron Doom and destroy its core. Madame Herta and Mr. Skrullum of the Genius Society will continue to provide technical
feel
support
like
to the Astral Express.
this should have been released earlier.
The external battle will directly affect 5 neighboring star systems. The Intelligentsia Guild estimates that protective measures and evacuations will be completed within 120 system hours. Deployment orders for the surrounding battle zones have been issued. All planets within the Pan-Cosmic Trade System have responded, while the Galaxy Rangers will coordinate battles beyond the network. The Strategic Investment Department's main fleet will meet with Planet Skrullum's fleet in 12 system hours, then proceed to the designated sector.
Herta, Stephen has already commenced operations. He will assist us in breaking through the Scepter's blocking protocol. Consequently, he will not be present at your meeting, but his position is aligned with mine. Position is aligned with mine.
Is that meant to be Iron Doom? I'm assuming. Since he's talking about the meeting. Yeah, why the hell was this posted now? What? This literally should have been posted like the day before or like coming up to the thing. Huh? Yeah, bro, like what? Why is this released now? This makes no sense. Yeah, this should have been released before the update. Then it would have been like, oh, okay, that's really cool. What the hell are they doing? The hell were they thinking releasing that now after like everything's done already? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, I guess that's it for in terms of like announcements or anything. And I guess they still haven't freaking Joe marketed Shenguang, right? Yeah, Shenguang for ZZZ. Okay, so they really are doing the reveal for after the patches up next week. Sure. Okay. What the hell is the Yippee arcade, by the way? Isn't this the... What time is it? We're technically gonna go up around until maximum 10:15, chats. And we still haven't started the story yet. Let me look at Abyss. We're not gonna do Abyss. We're not gonna do Abyss. Do not worry. Do not worry. We're not gonna start Abyss today. I just want to look at it. Fire. Early weather. Huh? What? Wait, what? Why the hell do we have the quantum crap here? Oh, wait, no, never mind, never mind. Do we start it? I'm like not sure. Do we? Hold up. Okay, first let's just see. What the hell is Yippee Arcade? I think I know what this is. I'm pretty sure I know what the Yippee Arcade is. Let's see. Because I'm pretty sure it's like the, not Flappy Bird, but the bird game from HSR, but essentially for Impact Third, right? If I remember. We received a small promotional poster. Yippee Arcade is in trial operation. Well, you're welcome to experience it. Yippee Arcade, is this a familiar address? Could it be? Oh, okay, we are back at the at the iTunes Cafe, aren't we? Welcome to Snazzy. Oh, I see the poster in hand. Congratulations, you've discovered our exciting new service. Is this a skin? I can't remember. No, this is a skin. Yeah, no, this is a skin for Lambda. Sure enough, just as you walk into the familiar cafe, I enthusiastically pulls you aside. Due to the popularity of Snazzy cards, iChans are actively analyzing everyone's battle styles to create a new fun games based on these patterns. To welcome players who want to try out the new games, we've set up the Yippee Arcade. However, due to limitations, it's currently located in a small cabin. Okay. Don't worry, that place is cozy with plenty of snacks and drinks provided for the best gaming experience. So pulling an all-nighter. Since you're here, don't miss out. Come and try it out now. Okay, he can match gems to eliminate. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, okay. It's just Bejeweled. Okay. Eliminate them and trigger skills to defeat enemies. Tutorials, yeah. Oh, wait. It's not. I don't know. I just remember. This is technically. What was it? Wasn't this 7 points? The event from 7.4, right? But as PvP. Yeah, this is literally just the 7.4 events. Can I even do PvP yet? Unlock story 1A. Wait, what the fuck? There's a story here? What the hell? There's a story here? Kira, wait, what the okay. Shigurikiri is characterized by her skills, low SP class, and ability to deal direct damage to enemies. However, Shigurikiri's max SP and SP recovery are twice those of the other characters, allowing for repeated skill usage. Okay. Okay, I don't know about stories, considering it's just me, just essentially PvP, right? Wait, okay, didn't even see what I just did, but sure. Consume 120 SP to deal damage. Max enemies transform 2 random gems into exclusive gems. Get rid of any debuffs. I can use it twice, right? 120, okay. And max XP is 300. So we do this. Can I? Okay. Let's get this. Okay, second skill. Okay. Not enough to kill, really. Okay. I mean, it's just. But hold up. What does this give? What's this? Gem produced by eliminating 5 gems at the same time. Exchange this gem with another gem to eliminate. Oh, okay. Let's eliminate that then, I suppose. Okay. So we've unlocked Kira. We've unlocked icing microphone. Okay. Send me pictures with a glad and a wheelchairs with sneakers. Oh, it's because of currency wars, right? Like I've seen it too. That apparently Aglaya, the one cost is broken or something, right? Okay, so there's like no real story. It's literally just doing this. Okay, I was lied to then. Because why the hell did it say that there's a story here? Because there's literally no story here. Although I do kind of want to get to the PvP. I do want to get up to that, but that's going to take a while, isn't it? We try and get to the PvP. What's this? Can we move? Can we touch? Oh, we need to make it 4. Okay. When are you recapturing chapter 1 to chapter 10? When am I recapturing chapter 1 to chapter 10 for part 2? I could do it. Do not tempt me to do it. Sure. Sure. Let's translate to you. You. Then detonate them. Use this on. Probably should have used it on red, to be honest. Motherfucker froze it. Okay. Comes down. And that thought it. Cute goes and cute stuff with Yo-Yo Go. That is not true. That would be true for chapter for the event of part for 7.4 event. Yeah, the 7.4 event, then that would be true, because the 7.4 event is just a very cozy event with Senadina Healia, Dreamseeker, and yeah. Yes, 7.4 is technically the only event that involves all of them, right? Yeah, because 7.3, the start of part 2, the event was solely just Dreamseeker. 7.4 event was them, and 7.3 event, sorry, 7.5 event was the 7.5 event was the, what was it again? Oh, right, it was the chess event. Yeah. Now Hush is in part 2. Yes'nt is the answer to that question. The answer to that question is yes'nt. And that is because, well, they're technically, oh, she's technically not a Hersha, she technically is in the sense. And technically that's talking about Song Chue because of what she does. Well, which technically makes her Hersha, but not really. It's a bit weird to, I mean, it's not really weird to explain. The process by which a Hersha is, let's say, brought about is technically what happens, but without the source of, you know, the cause of everything being Honkai. Instead it's the shadows. But, and I'm assuming the words that I'm saying right now are just words, which you probably chat don't understand if you haven't played part 2. But but essentially conceptually, yes, there is a Hersha for part 2. Yeah. And I don't, okay, I'm not even sure how long it will take me to go over part 2. Because, oh god, part 2 is long. It's only been 10 chapters. Well, it's been, technically 12, 13 chapters. But it do be long. It is very long. Especially if I go like, because to talk about part 2, we would have to talk about part 1.5 because of Vita. So yeah, talking about part 2 requires you to talk about these two, which is yeah, because you have to talk about her, because you need context to talk about her, and then arguably, depending on how far more in depth you want to be, you would also have to talk about chapter 33, I think, 33 and 35, specifically the sections which involve Aicha and Lambda, because although I mean technically you don't really need to, because Lambda only shows up for what, a total of 5 minutes, but this character is too, the role that she plays is too unique to not talk about her. But technically, it doesn't really matter because she only shows up for such a short amount of time. So I mean, technically, you don't have to talk about her, but if you really want to go like in depth, you would have to. But then, yeah, then you have to talk about 33 and 35, which is then. But then at that point, you might as well you might as well just go over the whole of part 1, considering you have to go into part 1.5 because of Vita. No original trio. No, they're here. They're here because, like, when you go, for example, when you go here, right, to where chapter 7, 8 to 9 takes place. Actually, wait, hold up, technically 5, right? You can see. Where is she? Oh my god, what the hell is she? Well, they should be here, but you can see Bronya and May and Kiana are still in the story. They're just arguably technically not the center point of the story. Although technically Kiana is still somewhat more or less the center point, but she's not a proactive part of the story at this moment. Why the hell can I interact with this? I just realized. Okay, but I guess let's talk about chapter 9 EX. Wait, was it 9 EX? It was 9 EX, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 9 EX. Well, it was just because it was. Huh? Ah, yeah, okay, that is 9 EX. Because we have to talk about 9 EX before we can go into chapter 10, because I do like doing my recaps. Okay. Pay attention, chat. Do I talk about it? I guess I'll talk a bit about what happened in chapter 9, right? Because that's the prelude to 9EX. But where's chapter 9 again? This is 8. Yeah, this is 8, and then this is 9, right? Yeah, okay, this is 9. And then this is 9EX. Wait, hold up. What was this section about? Oh my god, I remember this section now. Oh my god, that section was actually really... Oh my god, this section was actually really gay. I forgot about this. I actually literally forgot about this scene. And what the... right. Right. Bring up the video. You don't really need video because I can just use the CGs here, right? To talk about what is meant to be. So in chapter 9, I guess let's talk about how chapter 9 ends, right? So chapter 9 is, the culmination of everything that's happened, right? With, the whole learning more about the Dorimu story, right? Like all of this stuff is what chapter 9 is the culmination, right? So the culmination of Helia's story, well, the culmination of Helia's current story, the culmination of, Corley's stuff, right? And when, the further exploration into Layla's story too, right? And then, after we, met like characters like Narla, right? Chapter 9 is essentially the combination of all of that, right? Does the original writer still do these stories? Well, the original Impact Third writer, technically no, because the original Impact Third writer was one of the writers from GGZ, and they stopped writing the Impact Third story around chapter 8, if I recall. I'm pretty sure it's chapter 8 when they like stopped the GGZ writer, went back to GGZ and stopped doing for Impact Third, and then I believe it was then Shaoji's group who then took charge, right, up until the end of 30, up until chapter 35, and then I think 1.5 was kind of like a mix. And I think part 2 is someone else, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. Part 1, who? Shaoji. He doesn't, let's say, specifically write for Hichosana, right? Because I know that he was, let's say, more or less heavily involved in for the Penacony storyline. I know that for the, like, a lot of rumors are that for the Amphorius storyline, he's actually not the one that wrote Amphorius, right? Even though for some reason a lot of fucking people think he's the one that the main lead writer for Amphorius. I mean, I guess people think that because, you know, of how closely related it is to Elysian Everlasting, right? Which he was one of the lead, he was the lead writer for that. But no, if I recall, last time we saw, Shaoji's like a overseer for the stories, for the Honkai verse at this point. Well, the last time we saw him anyway. He's like involved in both, or maybe even all 3 games. But yeah, he's not like, think of it like, I guess kind of more or less like a managerial position now. Did he write Everlasting? Yes, he was one of the main writers for Everlasting. Because there was like an interview where about at the end of the Elysium Everlasting, and he was like, he was said that he was one of the lead writers for it. Okay. Okay. So chapter 9 ends with a happy ending. Because chapter 9 ended with a happy ending of I guess Helia in the end, you know, overcoming her issues right at the end of chapter 8, and her getting the Pulse battlesuit, the what was the Pulse battlesuit again? The planar ornament space-time suit, right? Very cool. That's what Pulse referred to. Also, it's kind of funny of what, you know, that it being Pulse, and you know, the one character which has Pulse or should have Pulse is, you know, correlate with there's a lot of, let's say, crumbs which the game writers put up, because A, Pulse, B, to do with the freaking passive which Healy unlocked. Where is it? Where is that freaking passive? Is it? It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. It's to do with the what 5.2 represents, because like a lot of the numbers here, like 20%, 60%, right, 12%, sure, whatever, right? And then there's like weird, you know, then there's this weird, why specifically 5.2, right? That's such a weird value, right? I think Corelli also has one, like a weird value. Is it? Where is it? Yeah, and the 13.14. It's very peculiar numbers, and when you look into what those actually numbers stand for, it's like they really went out and, you know, quote unquote went the extra mile to do subliminal subtle text, which I guess Impact Third has always done, right? It's something very similar in the sense as to when you do chapter 17 in part 1 and you look at Kiana's stigmata pieces, right? When you look at the stigmata pieces of this fight, and you know, you see this, and you see this, right? It's something that you have to look for to actually see the actual meaning behind some stuff, right? Because normally Like when you do this fight, or when you do, let's say, chapter 17, since you're always given battle trial suits, you never, let's say, you never interact with this, right? It's when you go in the, extra 7 and go, like, what game am I using, right? Because you would never do this, right? Because it's a trial suit, but then it's like, they did a very similar thing for, Healy and Coralie. But yeah, so chapter 9 was kind of like the end of it, right? Because I guess one of the things was that I guess this is where we kind of like link some stuff to HSR, right? Because you know how when we were talking about Dan Heng when he became the demigod of Earth, right? And how Tarvox was very much interested in the power of permanence, and how I mentioned that in HSR is like very much brought up and then not really brought up again, right? And in Impact Third, Chapter 9, the path of permanence is brought up again once again. Is it Chapter 9? I mean, technically you could argue... No, it has to... it is Chapter 9. In Chapter 9 is brought up once again, right? When Coralie goes through her, I guess, quote-unquote journey, right? After Coralie met... Where is she? Narla, where is Narla? Wait, shouldn't it be here? Am I insane? Wait, where the hell is Narla? She should have shown up. Huh? Wait, is it here? No, it's not here. Wait a minute. I literally showed the CG not even too long ago, unless I'm blind. Oh, here she is. When Coralie met Narla, and we find out that she's actually a sign of permanence, similar to Dan Heng's also a sign of permanence, right? And Coralie and Narla is essentially dead, and when Coralie first starts, let's say, this quote-unquote journey at the start of chapter 9, she meets an egg, right? And that egg is, I guess, if you don't really know the stuff about David O'Hara from HSR, you kind of don't really spot it, right, when they start talking about permanence, right? But that egg is essentially Narla being rebirthed, right? But reincarnated, right? But because of the situation of Mars, the only way for, and because of Coralie's situation, because she's technically dead, but because of the way of Litos is how Litos works and the power that he used when he killed Coralie, she's dead, but she's not dead, right? But she's essentially very close to death, right? And the only way for Coralie essentially to survive is for her to basically infuse herself with Narla, right? With Nana, sorry, because Nana is the reincarnation of Narla, right? And that is how Coralie ends up getting the Demon Lord's battlesuit, right? This is why she has like the dragon aesthetic, because she essentially kind of, it's not like she becomes a sign of permanence, right? But she inherits some of that power, right, of a sign of permanence. Although it is like a very immature sign of permanence, because Narla is literally like a few hours, actually not even a few hours old. She's like more or less like 1 or 2 hours old before she essentially joins up with Coralie here. Not gonna go into too in detail into chapter 9, right? Because that's the chapter before 9EX, and they managed to fight off against Layla, who essentially went mad because she realized what Litos actually did after Litos' death, because one thing that Litos did to Layla and technically to everyone in Dreamu was that he made everyone forget about Senadina's existence. And I guess, let's just say I feel like this image very much would be a good descriptor to how much, let's say, Layla cared about Senadina, right? And Layla essentially found out she was forcibly made to forget about Senadina by Litos. She kinda, went out of control and went in berserk, and we found out that she's actually the result of the Shadow Calamity, right? Which makes sense. Layla's Bambi. No, Layla is essentially the tiger. I guess this cat in this case, right? Bambi is Senadina. Bambi is Senadina. You can kind of tell because of the ornament, right? Because this is very much similar to Layla's ornaments. And the other character who's like very this much happy, and I guess this like earring here is Senadina. Because this is Senadina, this is Layla, right? This is also Layla, but after she becomes the goddess of Mars. The black hair is Yo-Yo Girl. No, she is Yo-Yo Girl, the red hair. The red hair is Yo-Yo Girl, the black hair is Layla. This is Layla. So this is Senadina while she's the goddess of Mars, and Layla is she's just Layla. And then this is Layla after she became the goddess of Mars, which happened after Senadina died. She looks like Dreamseeker. Well, yeah, she does look like Dreamseeker, and there's a very good reason. Because I'll just talk about it now, right? That's because Layla is the current goddess of Mars, and Dreamseeker is basically an offshoot of Layla, one of, like, let's say, Layla's creations. And essentially, Layla basically gave Dreamseeker the task to find the source of the... Well, we don't know what the exact task is, but one of the tasks was to find the source of the Shadow Calamity, which plagued Mars, right? Which resulted in the fall of Mars later on. Vita wants to kill her. Yes, maybe no. We don't really know, right? Because, Vita's very antagonistic against Layla from a lot of examples, like from a lot of, let's say, past encounters between the two. But we don't really know what Vita really wants, because, yeah, we don't really know what exactly Vita wants. But essentially, back to what I was saying about chapter 9. We essentially found out, that Layla was, after, she realized Litos basically made her forget, she went AWOL and, ended up resulting in the Shadow Calamity. But also, I guess it's something else, is that in the original timeline, well, not let's say like in the original timeline, but in the original instance from when we came to Mars, we were told that after Litos' death was when that Litos was the result, that Litos, after he died, his corpse ended up, forming the Pool of Shadows. However, in chapter 9, after, let's say, Layla's outburst, she is the one that ended up becoming the Pools of Shadows, which kind of like shows that is, in my eyes, is kind of meant to imply that things are going to happen one way or another, right? That the Pools of Shadow is still going to be formed, whether it is because the result of Litos' death, or if it's because the result of Layla's... She doesn't really die here, but because of Layla's outburst, right? Margot is just trolling all the time. Who, Vita? Maybe. It is very like wouldn't be surprising. But yeah, so that's kind of where chapter 9 ends, and I guess this is where throughout the whole of chapter 9 we were meant to think that Coralie was about to die, well, was going to die, right? But you know, she didn't die in the end, right? Because they were able to managed to make another avatar which allowed Coralie's consciousness to link to. So she, you know, didn't actually pass away, and she could actually exit the Mars system, right? So yay, no dead Coralie, and yay, we technically succeeded the sector mission, right? Because in each of the major arcs, we have, or let's say the main mission for Dream Seeker is that she has to somewhat, let's say, achieve a good ending in one section, in one point of time. And when she achieves that good section, that good ending in that point in time, she can then keep carrying on her journey, which essentially is keep moving back in time, right? She made it to Meta. I mean, yeah. So yeah, so we essentially are done with Rimu. And that's where chapter 9 ends. Now, chapter 9EX, which is, you know, after chapter 9, before chapter 10, is essentially the aftermath of chapter 9, right? So we're like out of the system. We, for the first time, we actually see part 2 Celia here, right? Because, you know, she reprimands Helia and Coralie, right? Because they were like very extremely reckless, right? In the last mission, right? Especially when, you know, Coralie got killed by Litos. Helia went AWOL when after Coralie's death, because Helia didn't really take Coralie's death so well. Where is it? Yeah, Helia really didn't take Coralie's death too well, right? She didn't take it well. It was not a good time. Yep. It was not a good time, and she went through an interesting journey. And I don't mean by that interesting journey as if it was bad, right? It was like the story which Helia like went through, right, with the alter Helia and stuff. It was actually really good. I really liked the Helia's development, right, over this journey, right? And then, you know, with this the Helia v alter Helia, right, stuff, it was a really good section. Chapter 8 was really, really good, right? And then the ending with Helia inheriting the Pause armor, right? Chapter 8 was really good. Just killed some people, no biggies. I would say maybe, but I feel like what ruined, I guess what, let's say, quote unquote, broke Helia, like Coralie's death breaking Helia. One of the reasons was A, because Coralie was saved Helia, you know, because technically Helia was the one that was meant to get killed by Litos. But B, because this scene just happened, right? Because they finally managed to reconcile with each other, right? Because they were like going through some issues in the whole of chapter, from the end of like chapter 7 to like the start of chapter 8. Sorry, from the end of chapter 6 to the start of chapter 7, like they were going through like some issues, right? And then they were able to reconcile, right? And they were able to reconcile, and then immediately after they fucking encountered Litos, and Litos just killed Coralie, right? And you know, we up until this point, because we were technically entering the Mars, which is, you can describe it to something similar to like a simulation. It's not really, let's say, like a simulation, but it's similar to it. And so we assume that, okay, it'll be like a system, right? You die in the you even if you die in Mars, it's more than likely that nothing will happen, right? No one expected that. Okay, if you die in Mars, you also die in real life, right? And then like through the journey with the Healy went through with like the auto healer, right? And then the autocorrelate. Wait, does it show the picture of the autocorrelate without her hands after she lost her arm? No, it does. Wait, yeah, it does, right? Because Healy essentially went through. Healy experienced the journey of an auto healer, where Corley did something similar, right? Where you can see here, right, where she also sacrificed herself for Helia. But in this, let's say, alternate timeline, this Alta Helia didn't take it well either, and she kind of went on like a murder and on a mass murder spree, and essentially ended up killing everyone, right? And then she wanted basically to corrupt our healer the same way how she ended up getting corrupted, right, and going the murder hobo route, but she essentially said no, and then disagreed with her, and essentially tried to kill her and trap her, right? And then it was like, this was like a good scene. Chapter 8 was good. Chapter 8 was good. Chapter 8. Yeah, Chapter 8 was good. And then, we talked about Chapter 9. And, okay, so 90X is basically us saying goodbye to the basically cast of part 2 so far, right? Because in chapters 1 to 3, in chapters 1 to 3 is when you meet, more or less, let's say, like, meet the part 2 cast, right? Where you meet like, in this story is when you meet the shoes, the 7 shoes. So this is like where you meet, like, this is where you met like Song Shui, like Lantern, Litost, Thelema, right? Serapium, what's this fuck's name again? Donahue, right? Agita, I guess Perception, they don't really matter right now. I mean, they matter then, but not now. And so you basically like very much got to know these characters quite well, right? Because arguably, they did manage to develop a good relation with these. They did manage to develop these 7 shoes. It is arguably to say that they actually managed to develop the 7 shoes, arguably as well as the 13 flame chasers. Some people may dislike that opinion, but they did manage to develop them quite well in chapters 1 to 3, and then also further develop them in Dreamu, right? From chapters 5 to 9. Because you do meet some of the 7 shoes again in the next arc, right? Because we're still very much in a close like time period between those two, right? However, since we completed our tasks in chapter 9 and in Dreamu, we're going to go to a part of time before they existed, right? So we're essentially saying goodbye to them because we're not going to see them again, right? It'll be very surprising if we see any of these 7 shoes in the next arc. I mean, the only ones who I can expect seeing is Litost, because Litost is an alien. Senadina, because Senadina is also an alien. And I guess maybe also Serapeum, because there is something very strange about Serapeum that they haven't really gone into, if I'm being honest. So those are the only three that we most likely may see again. Obviously, we'll most likely also see her, right? Because we're gonna go back into the past, right? So when they were like alive. Wholly biased. Maybe as someone who's like done the actual part 2 storyline, right? Because a lot of people, when part 2 came out, didn't like part 2 because chapter 1 of part 2, it is it's not the greatest. It is not the greatest. I don't know. I don't think there's anyone who can disagree with that. Chapter 1 is not a good start for part 2 at all. Chapter 2 does get better, but it still like has issues, right? Chapter 3, which is technically longer than chapter 1 or chapter 2, is really good though. That's chapter 3 is really good. But yeah, like a lot of people don't like part 2 because of how bad part 1 chapter 1 was. So a lot of them basically kind of like just dropped it, right? And ended up with the idea that okay, part 2 sucks, right? And that is the reason why whenever you see like Impact Third sentiment and people like bring up part 2, they just go, oh, it sucks, right? But that's because they only played chapter 1. Anyone who's actually played like the whole of part 2 will not say that. I'm sorry, like no. Because like Jesus Christ, the aneurysm I sometimes get when I'm like watching someone stream, right, and then someone brings up let's say like Impact Third, and then like someone else, okay, how's like didn't they get like a part 2, and then the whole like they just get this is a stream of like chatters just saying, oh, part 2 sucks, like there's no point for it, it doesn't exist. It's like, oh, you fuckers. And then it just basically keeps giving part 2 a bad reputation, which is like, no. Shut up, you fucking tourist. It's like, that is literally what I feel like. But maybe I am just being biased. That could be a thing. I mean, probably. But no. Because, like, it's not like I say, like, the whole story is, like, perfect, right? Because when I feel like there's, like, you know, something, like, feels off, right? Or, like, something that seems really weird, I do point it out, right? Because one of the things that I literally have criticized, like, the whole time is this, right? The whole Vita Sparkle thing, right? Because in the story, this literally came out of nowhere. B, it was a scene that happened that lasted for what, 5 minutes, and then nothing else happened about it since then. I'm, let's say, thinking that okay, this is probably going to be something that, you know, is probably come up later, but since then nothing about this has been done, like even hinted at or anything from what I've seen, from what I've experienced the story. So it felt like okay, this is like very, let's say, like a fan service kind of like thing, right? Because it felt like Sparkle literally just got shoved into the story for no reason, right? Because also, like, it doesn't really, let's say, make sense in a way of how the hell is Sparkle even in Mars in the first place, right? Because she would have had to have gotten through the freaking Honkai barrier that's technically surrounding the solar system, right? Because the Honkai barrier is something that prevented even Shaw from leaving the solar system, right? When she wanted to escape from the Honkai, when after Shaw left Venus, right? And it was still there when Grisel left left Earth in planet Mars. So unless they think it's gone, how the fuck is Sparkle here, right? How is Fischl the story? Fischl's not in the story. It was literally just an event. And a lot of the events are just like events, right? They don't really ever have to do anything with the story. and it's something like an old universe kind of thing. It's the same. It would be treated the same as the Alicia story here, right? Because this Alicia story, where the Alpha Alicia comes from, it's an old universe. It's not the same. It's not the same world as where the main story takes place, because this story can't happen in the main world because characters who are dead are alive in this world, right? So that clearly shows it's an old world, right? Because I'm pretty sure this is like a world without Honkai, right? And this two events take place in the main story because she fucking actually just shows up in the main story and then just fucks off immediately. So it's like, so like, yeah, like I'm not gonna like say that everything's perfect, right? Essentially, but regardless, okay. So that was chapter 9. Now let's talk about 9EX because, oh my god. Okay, so 9EX. Yeah, like I said, like Seely, like this is just Seely reprimanding Healy and Corley because you know they were reckless in chapter in the arc with what they did, but she also reprimanded us, right? Because you know we were also technically reckless there. So yeah, we essentially saw part 2 Seely, which is like nice, right? It's nice that she's very. She doesn't look like she doesn't, let's say, look too distinct from how we know she is, how she looks when she's younger, right? So it's like nice, right? It's nice that she kept the short hair. Yeah, it's like it's nice, right? There's also like an interesting scene where we pick up a letter from Red Seely to Seely, right? Of how Bronya keeps basically overworking herself, right? And Red Seely basically recommends her to maybe try some BDSM with Bronya, and that made put her essentially keep her in reign. I'm not joking, by the way. I'm not joking. It literally implies for Seely to basically just like she literally implies for Seely just to be more, let's say, assertive, right? Because I'm pretty sure like she even says maybe use some rope. Oh my god, it's actually it was kind of like out of nowhere, but I was like, you know what, sure. And hold up. Yeah, so it's like we're basically resting, waiting to continue the journey. So until then, let's rest, right? Which is essentially what's happening, right? And I guess we see from we look a bit at Vita's POV. Actually, hold up, I actually do need to bring up the video, right? One sec, chats. Where is chapter 9? Chapter 9, chapter 9, chapter 9, chapter 9, chapter 9EX. Oh my god, that's actually like 2 months ago. Hold up. Look at it specifically. Because annoyingly, there's not a lot of CGs, right, for 9EX. Oh, and I guess while we were resting, right, we like see Bronya and May, right? Because the reason why, let's say, the part 1 cast is interested in Mars is because the plausible connection that Kiana being asleep has to do with Mars, right? So Dreamseeker progressing her journey is also a way for us to wake Kiana up. So yeah, so they're like maybe waiting, right? And maybe it's also kind of like implying that maybe like one of in the future, we, the Dreamseeker, may actually also go south, right? Because it's kind of like saying it like kind of gives like maybe possibilities of maybe we'll go visit Earth at some point, right? Because we are stuck in the space station and in Mars, right? So maybe. I guess one of like the things is that, which is then kind of like further I guess, exacerbated in a way is that Vita does not trust Agita at all. Essentially, oh, she's Agita in case you didn't know her. And basically shows like tries to push forward the narrative that Agita's obviously hiding a lot of stuff, right? Because she's technically has admin controls in Mars. But also Vita's also hiding stuff, right? Because she's obviously not being too straightforward with us, right? Because she's obviously also hiding stuff, right? So it's kind of like, which of those two trusts the other least, right? Who trusts the other least, right? Between these two, right? But one of the, I guess, more important things that happen towards the end is that while Kiana's asleep, right? And it also, I guess, kind of confirms the New Year's event is canon because what's her name? Rice Cake appears in the space station from a message from Kiana, right? And Vita is the one that ends up meeting Rice Cake first, right? And apparently, the message that Rice Cake gave, that Kiana gave to Rice Cake to give us, is that time is running out. That we're starting to run out of time. And what does that mean? We do not know. We don't know what that means. What Kiana means by we're running out of time, right? Because it's really not enough information, right? And since Vita's the one that gets this, she's the one that gets this message. It seems that she understands this message more than anyone. She understands the meaning of the message, even though no one else understands. Like we, the player, don't really understand it, right? And then it like cuts to a scene where Vita comes to meet the Dream Seeker, and essentially she strikes up the deal to, form some sort of plan. I guess we don't really learn exactly what that plan is, right? Until, actually even then, like we still don't know what the plan is, to be honest. But we're gonna start we're all, start to get ready to go do the, continue the journey, right? And yeah, so we're gonna go head into Mars, and since we completed the previous journey, we're gonna go to a new section of time, right? But instead, what we end up is in the Sea of Data, which is like an area of Mars which is kind of used like to get from like places A to B, right? It's like an in between in a way, right? And specifically, we're in the Sea of Data from the first sector. So from when the Sea of Data from when we first came to Mars. And the reason why we're here is because since we've already, accomplished 2 goals, there's no reason why, let's say, Layla would be looking into this area, right? So we're using this opportunity to, try and get to Layla, right? And that's the plan that Vita and Dreamseeker agreed on to, right? Because Layla's, sorry, not Layla, Vita is obviously trying to rush things, right? And by doing so, we start seeing more things, right? We get kind of like insights onto places, specifically insights onto the sectors we would have gone to, right? Because the sector 1, this sector was the first sector we went to, right? So this will be chapters 1 to 3, which we went to. So it's like we see that, and then it's like, huh, why is that there, right? And then we see the second sector, we see Ruimu and we see Langchui, right? Which is areas we've been to, right? And sections where we, cleared the stories. So it's like, oh, we're seeing the areas where we were meant to go in this journey, right? So it's like, oh, okay, so we're going to see kind of like where we're going to go next and where we're going to go after, right? Because then the next place was this, right? And you realize that a lot of the places we see here, right, are basically the same places we saw in the first vision that we had when we danced with Senadina at the start of the story, right? So like these are like the areas of time, different points in time, which we're gonna go, right? And so as we go forward, like we slowly start to get, see more and more until we get to a certain point, right? We get to a certain point where we're kind of like divided, and Dreamseeker essentially ends up reaching the goddess's area, let's say, right? The liminal space, right? And this is where we see Layla for real for, I think, the second time. Because we essentially, the first time we see Layla is in chapter 4. Yes, chapter 4. And now this is the second time we actually see the real-time Layla. Because the Layla that we saw in here, right, is the Layla from the Dreamu simulation. It's not the actual real Layla. It's a simulation of Layla. But now, in chapter 9, at the end of chapter 9 EX, we see the actual Layla, who's, the actual god. And you can kind of see it here, right? She's wait, can you see it here instead, actually? Yeah, no, you can actually see it here, right? You can see that she's basically dominating Vita, because Vita's on the floor, and basically Layla is dominating her. When Vita tried to destroy the city, yeah, that's the first time we actually see Layla. Although it happens in like such a quick moment, right? That we don't really, get too much. But now in chapter 9 EX, we are actually, seeing it, right? But yeah, it's just like that we didn't predict that Layla would actually come to this area, right? Because technically no one was meant to be in this area. And yeah. So this is essentially what happens to Vita, right? You can see it here, right? Well, yep. Layla specifically has Vita under her grasp, right? And she is pissed. She is pissed. And what ends up actually happening here is technically the only real way that we could ever really deal with Layla, right? Because it's not like we could ever outright fight Layla, because all of Mars is her domain. We couldn't really do anything, right? So technically the only real way that we could, let's say, handle Layla is to basically take in her power, right? But before that, what Layla tries to do to Dreamseeker, to us, is kind of like invalidate us, right? To make us believe that we're not really important to any of the supposed friends we made in our journey, right? And arguably, you can make an argument that she's not really wrong, right? Because technically, in all of these character stories of all of the other characters that we've met, we do take part of the story, right? But we're not, let's say, the most important part of the story, right? Overall, to their story, right? And so that's what Layla basically tries to do to us, right? Tries to invalidate our existence, essentially, right? She almost does get there, right? But the only way for us to, get through this is, some people may say that we talk no jutsu to her, right? Which, in a way, you can argue that we did, right? But we end up taking some of, I think it's either all or some of Layla's authority into us, right? So we kind of ensure that we don't end up, dead. We don't die here, right? Because Layla does know that the path that she took, even though it's a path that she, ended up taking, she wouldn't, let's say, disagree that it's not really the best path, right? That it wasn't really the best path, right? And maybe we, even though we are technically Layla, we're not Layla at the same time, so we may be able to find like a let's say quote unquote true route that could have led to a happy ending. Give me one sec, chat. Yeah, so the end of chapter 90X, that's what happens, and we essentially get I think we actually do take the whole of the Shadow Authority into us, right? And that's why we have like this new form at the end of how it's kind of like a mix between Senadina and Layla, right? And we go to basically the next section, and it ends with us, waking up. We see Healy and Coralie, like we should, and then we wake up and see Senadina, and she knows that we're from the future. So it's like she's aware of everything. It's like, huh? It's like it is such a frustrating ending. It is a frustrating ending, chapter 9, 90X, because it like leaves so many questions in our minds, right? So yeah, that's a not too in detailed, somewhat detailed TLDR of what happened in chapter 9 EX and the end of chapter 9. So yeah, now we're gonna go to a new sector. And I just looked at the time. I wouldn't really say that was too in detailed. I wouldn't really say that was a too in detailed talk about chapter 90X. Because although chapter 90X does have a lot of fluff, because it's kind of like a stop chapter and a breathe up chapter in a sense. I did like go over some parts, right? Especially when we got to the section of when we saw the different sectors which we were meant to go. But yeah, we can do like 50 minutes to like an hour of chapter 2, chapter 10. And I say 50 minutes to an hour of us, starting it. But in reality, it's actually going to be like more or less 30 minutes of the actual chapter. So, yeah, let's start. Because I did say like the cutoff point is at max 10:15 chat. So I am like keeping my promise of starting chapter 10 today. Oh god. I mean, at least tomorrow it means that we'll pretty much be able to go and into the story, right, without having to recap, since we did the recap today. Oh god. And then maybe tomorrow, hold up, let me think. Maybe tomorrow we can do like a slightly focused chapter, and maybe a slightly earlier-ish, not early-ish, earlier, to give us more time with chapter 10, maybe, and then finish it tomorrow, because I also do need to fucking do the Genshin story before Friday. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let us begin. 1 p.m. stream. No. You won't be able to yap about references to a different game now. I might be able to, because considering Gnarl is going to be again, and this is going to be before the end of there may be references to HSR. So we might reference HSR this time, depending on like what Cheetah says and does. Because technically there's references to HSR with her too, with her backstory. But that's chapter 9 stuff, and we didn't talk about that because it's not important right now. Predicting the whole story. Nope. Impact Third is one that not really easy for me to predict. Oh wait, oh my god. Alright, I forget they also have a recap here. Okay. So Dream Seeker, who sealed away Layla and resolved the Great Shadow Calamity in Luoxing, history at its source had finally created a perfect ending that had never been achieved before. So yeah, the end of chapter 9. Seeing the city she protected with her own hands bask in the sunlight, Dreamseeker embarked on a journey to bid farewell to every friend in this virtual history. The former Seven Shoes found solace in a world where the Seven Shoes existed no more, each walking towards their own tomorrow. Alright. I mean, I didn't speak of this scene either, right? Because, I mean, I could have, but it requires context between these two characters. However, even the so-called perfect ending wasn't entirely perfect. Dreamseeker felt the weight of choices in Dream and the weight of suffering of many. After finishing their farewell journey, Dreamseeker returned to Hyperion 11 to find Corin and Healer being lectured by the seniors for an hour. However, the warmth Dreamseeker brought to the Valkyries, they recalled those who had appeared by their side to offer support and strength, and resolved to do even better in the future. Meanwhile, Vita noticed the message from Kiana that everyone else had missed, and learned from Rice Cake that time was running out. This prompted her to accelerate the progress of the dream-seeking journey. Vita's decision coincided with Dreamseekers. The group set out once again, planning to traverse the Sea of Data, cross all sectors, face the beginning, and finally unravel the mystery of Luoxing. After witnessing Vita being captured by Layla, Dreamseeker was pulled into the God's illusion. Yep, she got pissed. She had God, that expression that she had there. It's not bad. In the illusion, Layla attempted to guide Dreamseeker as she had planned into becoming a tool for bringing back Senadina. However, Dreamseeker strengthened her conviction in the process and chose to press on by her. Having absorbed a portion of Layla's authority, Dreamseeker finally pushed open the final door. Okay, so she absorbed a portion of Layla's authority. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, that's another recap chat of chapter 90X. Okay. But that's also very similar to what I said, right? Is that detailed but not too detailed. Okay, now time to start. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so only by diving into one stream can you surface in another's. However, there had only been more than one way to peek into secrets hidden within dreams. That was the end start of the story. End story for our story and the start story for Layla's story? I'm assuming? Okay, sorry. No. There's still the question though, right? Because then who is the Senadina that we met in the first section, right? Because technically, that Senadina shouldn't have existed, right? Because Senadina, at the end of technically the end of the history of Mars, should be dead, right? Because she was dead before then, right? Who was that Senadina, right? Because she disappeared. Because no one could remember Senadina from the first sector. Only we were the only ones able to remember her. But I'm assuming Visa was aware of that Senadina. But it's I don't know, it's weird. Sparkle. No. I mean, I don't think it was Sparkle.
びよりも戸惑いを感じた。
But yeah, sounds a bit overwhelming, isn't it true?
聞きたいことは山ほどある。でもどうやって切り出せばいいんだろう。これまでセナのいろんな顔を見てきたけど、本当の彼女には近づけてない気がする。ヘリア、コラリー、彼女をここに運ぼう。
Oh my god, it's been so long since we actually heard Senadina's voice. Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot that she has like a very soft voice, doesn't she?
私と一緒に英才を沈めた女の子、レイラの記憶の中の神様、そしてコラリーの
You dance with them.
はるか昔の存在。彼女のことを知れば知るほど好奇心と疑問が浮かんでくる。
We still don't read. I mean, this is just me repeating myself, but like the girl who accompanied me to acquire the Shadow Calamity. Yeah, oh yeah, all right. Because technically, there's also the Senadina that Coralie experienced, right? When she looked at Naruto's memory, when she experienced Naruto's memory. Yeah, it's like it's so confusing. New HSL character will use Yo-Yo. Maybe.
セナ、あなたの目に映る落星はどんな世界なの？
I mean, Luoxing is the world where Senadina ended up settling in after she left her world, which was arguably ruined by abundance, right? Or was it permanence? I mean, I think it was technically permanence. But,
任せて。
but I guess it's also the world that she nurtured, because it was Senadina, Litos, and Naruto were the ones who nurtured Mars. Oh, it's way too early for this. Way too early. Hold up.
セナ。
Oh my god. Yeah, I do like Senna's eyes.
セナ。私のことを知ってるの？夢追い人？
Okay, so she also doesn't know us. Okay, so she doesn't know us. So this has to be Senna from. So this is definitely Senadina from the past.
もちろん。落ち着いて。
Wait, we should also be meeting Layla then, a younger version of Layla too here.
ファイト。
Calm down, keep going. Okay. Very conflicting opinions.
そっか。私は時間を遡って神様のセナディアが生きてた時代、落星の始まりの頃に来たんだ。
Uh-huh.
この時の彼女は私のことを知らないはず。でも私にとって目の前のセナは
Yes.
初めて夢の中で会った彼女と変わらない。
Yeah, this is the version of Senadina that we first met. Luoxing is lawful. No, Luoxing is just another word for Mars.
あの出会いにはどんな
It's
意
just,
味が
I guess, the Martian way
あの時から私が
is
進む
the
道に
Martian name for
必ず彼女が現れる。
Mars.
予知夢もホタルもアストラルリングもピンチの時はいつも偶然に助けられた。私に手を差し伸べてくれているのはあなたなの？セナ、私はその答えが知りたいんだ。
I mean, yeah, the prophetic dreams has to be from Senadina, right? The Firefly. Oh my god, the Fireflies is like. This is chapter 10. Chapter 3, right? Oh god.
どうしてもあなたのことをもっと知りたい。難しい質問だったかな。私は
Oh my. Oh, this is way too early in the story. Hold up.
ごめん。
First meeting.
ちょっといろいろ複雑すぎてどう説明したらいいかわからないの。それに突拍子もない話で怪しまれるかもしれない。余計に怪しく見えるかな。
Yes, yes, it would.
確かに怪しいね。神様としては放っておけないよ。こうなったらあなたを部屋に閉じ込めて私が苦手な書類仕事を押し付けちゃおうかな。
Wait, I'm Is this a point in time before? No. I mean, this might be a point in time before Layla, but wouldn't make sense.
待って、信じられない話かもしれないけど、実は私たち1000年後の未来から来たんだ。へえ、随分と遠いところから来たんだね。驚かないの？そういえば、さっき気を失う前に確か。起きた？未来から来た。おねぼうさん。
That is true. She did say that, right? The question is, how does she know unless Healy and Corley told her?
バレちゃったね。5分。冗談はここまでにしよう。実はここの人や動物の名前は全部知ってるの。だから見知らぬあなたたちのことは。
Okay, I don't know about that. Okay, I don't know, just because we're unfamiliar means that we're from the future, right? Unless she knows that this is a simulation? Or that this section of time is a simulation?
例えば、私の知らない時間から来たとか、
Oh, from outer
ある
space.
いは宇宙から来たとか。
I feel like being from outer space is more likely than being from a different point in time, no?
すごい。両方とも合ってる。これが神の超能力？時間の安定性を考えると、未来から来た人にはさすがにいろいろ聞けないか。でも、あなたは元気そうだから。1000年後の惑星もきっと素敵な場所なんでしょ？
You don't have to worry about messing with some possibility here.
暮らしてた街も個性豊かな友達も穏やかで充実した毎日が好きだよ。でもある日、そんな日常が崩れたの。私は不思議な災害に巻き込まれて100年前の世界に飛ばされたんだ。そして自分が想像してたような存在じゃないことに気がついた。だけど全ての異変が起きる前に一番関係ありそうな手がかりをつかんだの。それはね、夢で出会った謎の女の子。神様をナンパするなんて大胆だね。あ、ごめんごめん。バカにしてるわけじゃないの。本当に面白いって思っただけ。
I also need to get used to the freaking Dreamseeker's new look.
私もね、
Because I'm so used to the yellow.
いっぱい見てきたんだ。夢の中で会えるなんて私たちは縁があるみたい。
She's also had a few strange dreams.
それじゃあ改めて自己紹介するね。夢追い人、私はセナディア。年は内緒で今は惑星を守る神様をしてるの。よろしくね。で、そんな風に自慢したいんだけど、今の惑星にはまだホードっていう町しかないの。 その
Defang.
町とはいえみんなが張り切って作ったんだ。
If I recall correctly, wasn't Defang one of the cities that fell quickly when when the Shadow Calamity originally occurred, right? Because it was, I think, the sector which had Defang and Elysiae, right, were the first areas to fall. While Dreamu and Oxia were areas which survived, right? Oh god, it's like old stuff.
私が盛り上がっちゃったせいでちょっと派手になりすぎたけど、もちろん反省してるよ。これから特に報道以外の地域はなるべくみんなに任せる予定で。あ、ごめんね。自分たちの町の話をするとついテンションが高くなっちゃって。 大丈夫。今ので理解できたよ。だから未来に負けないくらいの技術をたくさん見かけたんだ。それに桜花にも少し似てるね。不思議。興味があるならいろいろ見てみない？ちょうど近くの記念館で展示会もやってるんだ。普段よく見かけるものはもちろん予想外の品もあるかもしれないよ。
Memorial Hall.
やっぱり彼女は親切で元気なセナのままだ。なんだか昔に戻ったみたい。セナディア、私たちのガイドになってくれない？言い直さなくても大丈夫だよ。あなたにセナって呼ばれると嬉しいし。でも観光チームを作るには
One
まだ
member.
一人足りないんだ。待ってて、今連れてくるから。
Wait, who the fuck would we be missing here? The red-headed god bounced away, not forgetting to turn around and wave at you all.
セナ、相変わらず元気いっぱいだね。
元気すぎてごまかすのが大変だった。
今のうちに口裏を合わせよう。へえ、数秒間ぼーっとしてる間にすごいことを経験したね。衣装まで変わっててびっくりしたよ。ま、
Oh, alright, we got split from
次の
them.
気絶してたけど、それでたまたまセナが通りかかって私を直してくれたの？そんな偶然あるのかな？
Yes, it is very way too coincidental. Maybe the point in time where we are is the point when Senadina originally meets Layla for the first time? Is that it?
セナがわざわ
It's
ざ
possible.
通ったのは私たちに敵意があるかどうかを確かめるためかもしれない。最初にこっちを見てた時はすごく真面目な顔をしてたよ。
バルキリーの力がセナにバレてない確率は、寝坊したヘリアの姿を目にする確率よりも低いと断言できる。それなのにあえて黙ってるなんて、神様の余裕ってやつ？
I mean, yeah.
それだけじゃない。素性と目的をはっきり説明できないのに私たちのことを詮索しなかった。まさか悪人に見えないっていうだけで信じてくれるだなんて都合が良すぎない？
No, wait, wouldn't she be suspicious because we have an astral ring that technically belongs to her, right? Because we have the original Zodiac astral ring, which technically belonged to Senadina, who should have it here. And I'm assuming she would have noticed the one we have, right? Obviously, as the god of Law Xing and the guardian of the city, from a rational perspective, your group that appeared from nowhere warranted more caution.
私が知ってるセナはいつもそう。どんな相手でも 120% の情熱を持って接してくれるの。初めて出会った時だって、そのおかげでみんながすぐ仲間になれたんだ。彼女はそういう人なのかもしれない。相手が敵意を見せない限り、友達になれるチャンスを見逃さない。信頼も善意も全部彼女からの友好の証なの。私の記憶の中にいる彼女と全然変わらない。あくまで私から見た感じだけど、もしホードの神様が落星の始まりにいるセナなら、私たちは同じくらいの誠意で答えるべきだと思う。
堅苦しすぎるよ、
うん
夢追い人。あんたのこともあんたから聞いた、私たちと生死を共にして戦ったセナディアのことも信じ
But
て。
that Senadina is not the same Senadina from this point, right?
彼女の味方になりたいんでしょ。バレバレだよ。ま、私たちのおかげで悪くない第一印象を残せたね。おめでとう。
せっかくだし彼女ともっと話してここを知っておいたら。私とコラリーはテレサ司教に現状を報告して報道を見て回ろうと思ってる。視点を変えれば別の発見もあるかもしれないからね。
へえ、珍しく気が利くね。 ヘリアがわざわざ二人きりの時間を作ってくれたんだから。
She really loves being blunt, doesn't she?
貴重な時間だからね。
全部言ったら台無しじゃない。
そうさせてもらうよ。でも二人も
Okay, so, no, okay, never mind, that was wrong.
このセクターにもレイラがいるみたい。
So Layla is here.
彼女の気配を感じるの。嘘、もう追いつかれちゃった。多分今の時代のレイラじゃないかな。ただの直感だけど、本物のレイラはしばらく私たちの邪魔はしないと思う。で、電子生命体の私にも直感ってものがあるのかな。私の口から言うのはおかしいかもしれないけど、プロメテウスの真似はやめて。自虐っぽい冗談は面白
Alright,
く
because
ないよ。
no, alright. Because technically Prometheus is technically a similar life form to her, right?
レイラがここまで追ってこなかったのは、あんたが彼女の予想を超える選択をしたからじゃないかな。彼女はあんたの犯行を黙認してるのかもしれないし、その成長を見極めたいのかもしれない。
とは言っても、今の時代のレイラが騒ぎを起こさないっていう保証はないよ。今回は準備万端。負けそうになったら助けを呼ぼう。
I don't think Layla would actually do anything, right? Because given the personality that Layla has, I don't think she would do anything to desecrate Senadina's past, right? Or a time when Senadine is alive. So I don't think she would actually do anything.
できれば戦闘は避けたいかな。
とにかく気をつけてね。早速、レイラ動物遠征隊にセナを誘おう。ボスの泣き顔が楽しみだ。
それは人としてちょっと。
私は竜になれるからセーフ。
For me? No, okay, we can't interact with this. Hold up. So what the hell are we? Well, I guess we're in Defang. Ecosystem exhibits. The node routes appear to have been cut off and laid here horizontally, but the control screen besides them is a recording of their daily growth status. Could they really absorb nutrients just by being in the soil? I can't tell which is more extraordinary, the trees or the soil. Looks more lively than HSR. You'd be surprised that some of the new areas for part 2 are actually not bad. Are actually pretty nice. Defect's Natural History Memorial Hall Floral Season. In response to popular demand from citizens, the Memorial Hall will soon re-exhibit the pink silk foliage plant planted by the god herself. After years of cultivation, the pink silk foliage plant is expected to be transplanted to more distant areas of Defang next year. Please stay tuned. Okay. Oh wait, there's a barrier. There's also a barrier around Defang.
あれはセナ、困ってるのかな。待たせちゃってごめんね。最後の一人とここで待ち合わせをしてたんだけど、あの子遅刻しちゃったみたい。
Jesus. I'm assuming it has to be Layla.
でも大丈夫。アンジュが途中であの子を見かけたんだって。展示会の記念品を抱えてたから探せばすぐ見つかるはずだよ。きっとそれはレイラにとって一番
So it is Layla. Okay. This should be interesting.
噂をすればってやつだ。初心者の村でボスと出くわした気分だよ。
Carly, shut the fuck up, yo. Then what are you talking about?
その子の特徴を教えて。私たちも手伝うよ。
本当？ありがとう。
We're gonna kill the child, Chad. We're gonna kill the child before she becomes an evil god. Surely that's how things work.
レイラはね、すごく可愛い子で、丸いメガネをかけてて、私が作ったワンピー 紫色なんだ。あと背はアンジュと同じくらい。私と同じくらいなの。あなたと。
No, even shorter. Okay, actually, someone shorter than Coralie.
ほほなるほど。ふふ面白くなってきた。
コラリー、あ、ちょっと服を引っ張らないでよ。
Hmm?
セナ、レイラを見つけたらすぐに記念館に連れて行くから、夢追い人と一緒に先に行ってて。
Okay.
それじゃあセナ、先に記念館に行ってみんなを待とう。不思議だね。あなたに名前を
How? Oh, how?
昔から知り合いだったみたいに特別な気分になるな。
I guess the only explanation I can think is because of the connection of the astral ring, right? Because we have her astral ring, which I guess is the reason why. Senna's eyes look familiar. Do they? Is it what I think you're thinking of? Irene. Did we get a good shot of her eyes? Oh, we do actually. Hold up. Hmm. Okay, let me can get a good picture. We need to see the eyes when they're pink, not when they're blue. I guess it's the best image I can probably find. You're not wrong. They are very familiar. They're similar. Senadina's eyes and Cyrene's eyes. Because you can see Cyrene's eye, right? Because she has like the diamond, right, and then the lines like around. Well, I guess Senadina has like the iris shape, right? But her pupil isn't. It's the same. The pupil is what the big difference, right? But she has like actually quite a few of the pattern around. Oh, Senadina is really like it's much less, much lower. Never looks into eyes. It's more like I couldn't look at like a clear picture here, right? Because I know that you meant like the pink eyes, but I couldn't look at the pattern surrounding her pupil too well here. That's why I wasn't like too sure. Unexpectedly, the god brought up the topic you had wanted to raise countless times, but never found a way to, and admit her true feelings with a smile. She shared the same joy with you because of that special feeling.
今度は神様からのナンパ？こら、私の真似は禁止。まあでも、今回は許してあげる。あなたはこの町の最初の観光客だからね。
Oh my god, the winking technology.
遠い未来から来た旅人さん。落星を守護する神として、あなたを正式に招待します。もし人が記憶と感情で形作られる生き物なら、あなたは落星の最初の風景をあなたの一部にしてくれる？
Oh my god, okay. Hold up. You can wait till you know. Hold up. Why is there a cat? Why can I hear the cat's thoughts? Okay, now this is definitely way before Martha. So it can't be Martha. I was like thinking, Martha? No. Can't be Martha. Martha's not alive yet. Okay, it's not that big of a place actually, but I guess it's just the first section. That is a nice looking tree.
どう？すごく綺麗でしょ。何かをやり遂げた時ってその証を残したくなるよね。あれはね、友達と一緒にホードの街を作った時に植えた木なの。でもその話を知ってる人はもうそんなにいなくて、今の若い子たちにとってあの木はずっと願いを叶えてくれる神様の象徴なんだ。
Wait, I'm confused because they know the goddess is Senadina, but I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because I was thinking, wouldn't like say the NPCs be, raving over her, right? Because she's just here. Can it really grant any wish? Then can I tie my wish to the wishing tree now?
私がここにいるのに役に立てないかもしれないけど、願い事を言ってくれれば頑張ってみるよ。意外とさっぱり。願い事は口にしたら叶わないから。あ、照れてる。別に。私の願いは私自身と未来、地球にいるみんなと関わりがあるの。だからあなたの手を借りて全てを解決するわけにはいかないんだ。その気持ちだけで十分だよ。
Can it really grant my wish?
神様だって何でもできるわけじゃないよ。宿題を教えるとか具体的で簡単なお願いなら
Okay, I thought that's meant tortured. Okay, my bad.
勉強すれば力になれる。
Okay, I don't know why I thought the tutored meant tortured, but sure. Okay. We're in 100% next banner. True.
運命の出会いとか天才になるとか、そういった願いはさすがに私でもお手上げ。ねえ、願いの叶え方に悩む神様って全宇宙でも私だけだと思わない？うんうん。ここから遠くない場所にもセナと同じ悩みを抱えている神様がいると思うよ。
Oh, Kiana.
だっていつもブローネにバカって呼ばれてる神様だからね。このノートをあげるね。私からの初めてのプレゼント。
Notebook. Huh? What the? Okay. Okay, that's cute. A god's impression of me.
お客さんって言ってる割には友達のように優しく接してくれたね。まったくせなったら普通に友達って呼んでくれてもよかったのに。
Because I guess maybe that's how she's to everyone, right? But still keeping some distance, maybe? What the? Encounter? Wait, what? I guess this is what Corley has encountered? And hold up, I think I may be slightly spoiling myself by reading some of this. Okay, hold up. I shouldn't read that. That suddenly seems like it's slightly spoiled. Okay, let's not look at that. Let's not look at that. Another notebook. No, it's not the same notebook. No.
ここであなたはきっとたくさんの人と出会って忘れられない思い出を作れると思う。そうすればホードが受け継いだ過去や今、そしてあなたの未来もこのノートでつなぐことができる。
So we'll have past, present, and future in one. Interesting.
私も手伝うから一緒にページを埋めようよ。そうしたら奇跡が起こるかも。あ、おしゃべりばっかりしてたからうっかり忘れるところだった。この先が会場の入り口だよ。
Okay, never mind. The people are like
先に列に並んでて。
reacting to her. Okay. Q. Oh, put this at quick. Q.
占いが当たったぞ。本当に今日神様にお会いできた。
昨日も来てたんだけどね。それに明日も来るよ。
The deliverer. Maybe.
神様、昨日
a innocent wish.
もらったの？それじゃあなでなで以外にほっぺたもつまんじゃおう。右みんなからの好意に応えるのが得意なんだね。
Following Senadina's instruction, you stood at the end of the line. As the ticket checking went on, you suddenly realized something was terribly wrong.
チケットも身分証明もないのにどうやって入ればいいの？
Let's see.
まさか気合で？
Huh? Don't worry. You turned back helplessly only to see Senadina busy greeting the crowd gathering around her one by one and trying her best to maintain order in the line, completely unaware of the predicament you're about to face. I mean, technically, wouldn't we just get Senadina's, let's say, approval, right? Ask Senadina for help, try solve it yourself. I guess let's try solve it ourselves.
待って、ひょっとしてこれはセナからの試練？だったらなおさら後には引けない。よし。現実と夢の狭間でレイラと対峙した時、彼女の力の一部を吸収することができた。だから今まで無理だったこともできるようになってるんじゃないかな。
And we have more authority over shadows, so
影の執行者と話し合いをしてみよう。
yeah. Wind must be strong and must. True. Deep conversation. Maybe this is wrong. No, wait, hold up. Maybe this is the wrong choice, actually. Because by doing this, Selena would notice that we mess with it, right? Which then could make her think that we have ulterior motives. Huh? Oh, it's angry.
失敗しちゃった。ごめんね。この子は地元の人じゃないの。さっきのはただ挨拶がしたかっただけ。
Not
そう
so.
でしょ？
So she did notice what we were doing.
うまく力が出せない。形のない巨大な何かに水の流れを断ち切られたみたいに分散してる。近くに落星の神様がいるから。でもコラリーが見たセナはまだそこまでの力を持ってなかったはず。生まれた星を離れた後、彼らの身に一体何が起きたの？そもそもどうしてセナは一斉の神になったの？
How did Senna become the god of her planets? I mean, this is the curious point, right? Because the way, because we know that Mars at this time was also, wasn't it also being tested by Honkai, right? By the cradle of finality. Yeah, it was also being tested by the cradle of finality, and it's very much suspected that Senadina is someone who couldn't fully embrace finality. Maybe this is Senadina trying to embrace finality, and that's why she's technically the goddess of Mars. But we know she ends up failing, so is that why she ended up dying, because she couldn't fully embrace finality?
身分証明とチケットがないと入場できない？あ、忘れるところだった。彼女はなくても大丈夫だよ。
What is that expression? That's literally just ooh, isn't it?
実はね、不思議な友情を記念品っていう形にしたいんだけど、それって抽象的な概念でしょ？だから、私と友達になってくれた彼女自身を展示会に出品するしかないの。出し物の登録用紙をもらえる？ 彼女の情報を登録したいんだ。
Okay. After a while, you finally left the security checkpoint and entered the venues with Sanadina. What the hell is this VR like headset, Sanadina? It's more expensive than HSR2. Hmm.
ミラクルトレーサーって
Maybe.
私が宣伝を担当している記念品です。
They should learn from their devs.
所有者の行動パターンを分析して、
Wait, what do you mean by it's more expensive?
要するになくしてしまったもの、迷子になったペットや人を探し出してくれるんです。
つまりこれさえあればレイラに文句を言われずに済むんだね。ダメダメ。本当に買ったら知られたくない場所にこっそり行った時に見つかっちゃう。
Hmm.
それは迷子とは言わないんじゃ。どうしても心配でしたら、今度保護者モードの設定方法をお教えします。
Read that word again. Oh, it's more expressive. Sorry, I thought. Okay, sorry, my bad. I thought I read. It's more expensive. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why. That's Yeah, okay, sorry, my bad. I'm illiterate. Yeah, I don't know why, because like usually they can be expressive right with their models, but don't ask me why they don't do that with HSR2 right.
声が大きい。とりあえずチラシを1枚もらっておくね。
Mm-hmm.
この人どこかで見たような。
This man. Wasn't he the first? No, he wasn't. He can't be the first, right? Because Senadine's still alive. I was thinking, wasn't he the first failed Knight of the Knight of God in Dreamu? Even after the man with the flyers left with a beaming smile, you still hadn't found the answer to that question.
彼なら展示会の初日からいたよ。いつも朝から晩まで働いてるんだけど、ちゃんと
One day they'll update. Maybe one day.
悩み事？
Or just releasing new Himiko. That can also be an option.
ただセナは本当に優しい神様なんだなって。ありがとう。お礼として神様
What do you mean sausage?
面白い記念品を見せてあげようかな。
I'm just literally.
どう？
Wait, are they?
喜んで。
Okay. Real estate consultant Vincent. Guess I can't really interact with anyone, can I? What the hell is this, by the way? VR with Sanadina. Okay, sure.
じゃじゃーん。これは親友箱っていうの。
What?
人体交換マジックで使う道具に似てるね。マジックじゃありません。ちょっとセリン、大丈夫？
Say it.
神様。少し寝不足なだけですから。さあ、親友箱の中にお入りください。
ちなみに親友箱に入ったら何が起きるの？
入ってみないとわかりませんよ。
No. Why do you feel like we're gonna get tortured in this box?
わからないから聞いて。
知りたければ中に入る必要があります。
So I guess only one option.
わかった。
Oh god, we're gonna get tortured now. Hello? Oh, I just had to click. Okay, my bad. The moment darkness fell, you were still sitting uptight, and you began to count. But you couldn't remember how many counts in the darkness it took before it transformed into a warm breath. Into a warm breath? What? Blowing your consciousness, which swayed like water towards something soft. Had Salen stuffed a box with cloud full of clouds? No, was likely cotton. Certainly not a bed. It didn't matter because you was sitting upright. What the hell is happening in there? Oh, did you actually fall asleep? So you came out of the spirit travel box laying on the... Why? Oh my god, we got shrunk, didn't we? What?
気分はどう？
What? You still felt dizzy, yet somehow mentally simulated. Step on me. I didn't say step on me. Hold up. I didn't think that. I'm just saying it just gives us different vantage points. Like a flame burning even brighter, it refined bold ideas, infinite curiosity, and intense desires. And from this, you had emerged from the finest dream seeker. You had emerged as the finest dream seeker since the whole dream seeking journey began.
新しい私の誕生を祝って何かを言わなきゃ。
Huh? Wait, what is happening? The churning emotions propelled a sentence to your lips. You were certain that this was an emotion you must wanted to let out right now. Venus? I fell down. I need someone to help me up. This perspective is wrong. This must be a setup.
何を言ってるの？話しづらいならこうするしかないね。
Jesus Christ. I am... What?
これならどう？
Oh my god, we got Labubu fight. We got Labubu fight. Oh shit. What? We really did. Oh my god, we're so expressionless. We literally got made into the Labubu. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Though my body has shrunk, my I couldn't be back. You know what? I couldn't be better right now. Oh my god. What the? Wait, what?
本当に大丈夫
Wait,
ですか？
oh my god, it's actually stuck to our head, the freaking light bulb.
たった5秒で意識を転移させることができたのはあなたが初めてです。
We actually get the light bulb on our head. Oh, okay, wait, what? Sorry, let me do this. I'm sure you're not putting on a brave face. You're the first person to complete the conscious transfer in 5 seconds after entering the spirit travel box. I was resolute and preserved for full 600 seconds. Okay. This game punches into it. I have no idea what's
同じで5秒しか数えてなかったけど。
5? Wasn't it like... What?
それで一体どんなゲームなの？
Oh my god, this is so jarring. This is so jarring looking at this.
母親と初めて遊んだ時に何をしたか覚えてますか？例えば大好きなぬいぐるみやよく使っている毛布を母親に隠され子供が探し出す遊びです。親友箱はそれを参考にして開発された品物です。箱の中にいる人の意識を私がアベベと名付けた特殊な器に転移させるんです。
So our consciousness was transferred into an abebe. Hold up. Abebe la boo boo. Okay, this is literally... Okay, sure. It literally is just a fucking la boo boo. Is it Dream Wake Up? You still need to do 3.7. Shut the fuck up. No. We did 3.7 already.
では全部で3つあります。残りの2つはあらかじめ特定の場所に隠しました。そしてアベベの形は
箱の中にいる人が懐かしく思うものに変化するんです。
What? There's three of us, three of me, or two or more of me. Okay.
のアベベを持ってもう一度親友箱に入れば、あなたの意識は本来の体に戻ります。ご安心を。このままずっと閉じ込められるのかと思っちゃった。ねえセリー、どこでアベベを探せばいいの？
We have to look for two of me. For some reason, when Senadina asked this question, Stalin appeared rather perplexed.
おや？アベベが最初にセットした位置から移動しています。一つ目は予想外で理屈的に合う場所にあります。とにかく今日の展示会が終わるまでにアベベを見つけられなかった場合、私がリアルタイムの位置情報を共有しましょう。
Okay, we have to
つ
find.
まり見つけ出さなくてもいいっていうより、探す手間も省けるってこと？どうせあなたが何とかしてくれるんでしょ？
Okay, it looks like this version of us has no filter, right? We have no filter.
ぬいぐるみの姿になった影響でしょうか。
Yeah.
勝ち気になりましたね。発言から得体の知れない自信を。
We also got stupider. Hmm.
それに知能も若干下がってません？だから今最高の気分なんだってば。演習率の小数点以下を100桁まで覚えられるくらいだよ。
Oh my god, this fucking model also has like more than one pose.
勘弁してください。
Oh, wait. Oh no. What is this?
調べてみよう。遊ぶのも間違ってないよ。
Oh my god, what is this? What is this creature? Wait, hold up. Can I? No, I can't. Oh, wait, we can jump. Oh, what is this jump height? Okay. Hold up. Okay, I can't jump on this. God damn it. What is... Oh, wait, hold up. Let me see if I can find a good vantage point so I can check. Nope. This creature is not real. They actually went and modeled this. Oh my god. Yeah, literally. Yeah, it is a good vantage point, this form. Games types. Okay. I was not expecting it. I did see, let's say, like an image of like some small thing, but I thought it was like, you know, like a doll. I didn't think we'd become that thing. Huh. What the Wonder Truck's instruction manual. The first Wonder Truck is devised to clear likes and dislikes. With clear likes and dislikes. First, it hates people who try to get too friendly with Lady Senadina. Second, it hates people who have no sense of humor but still try to be funny. Oh. Woe is me. Third, it hates people who start a conversation with you listening instead of getting straight to the point. Fourth, it hates people who always say, I'll do anything if you help me. Fifth, it hates people who say, I'll do anything if you help me. Sixth, it hates people who always say, I'll do anything if you help me. Seventh, it hates people who repeat what they deem important 3 times. Okay? The cheat code for the Wonder Chucker is upright, down, right, upright, down, right, left, left, upright. Okay. Don't ask why the instruction manual doesn't have a mention who the Wonder Chucker likes. 8, it hates people who talk like what? Okay. Interesting. So essentially our real body's inside here. Uh-huh. Left? Left? Wait, what do you mean? No, that was right. Top right. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean left? Oh my god, it was right. I do. You know what? Never mind. It's ignore me.
おや神様、いいところに。ちょうど先ほどのお客さんをおもてなししたばかりです。
こんにちは、ザイロ。説明をお願いできる？この子は
Selena pointed at the doll in her arms, which was you.
ぬいぐるみ？まあいいでしょう。想像力を持つ限り、誰でもインスピレーションブースターの素晴らしさを体験できます。これは使用者の精神状態に合わせて、ぴったりなタイミングで想像力をかきたてる音楽を流してくれます。そしてその想像を素材にして、一瞬で予測不可能な舞台を構築できるんです。
すべてが私の想像次第？
Bringing imaginations alive.
そうだよ。この前私が使った時は特別な人の未来の姿を想像してみたんだ。そうしたらその人が信じられない形で私の目の前に現れたの。
Huh?
へえ、その人って誰のこと？頭を働かせて想像すれば答えが出てくるかもしれないよ。
Does she mean us?
それじゃあ先輩のセナに教えてもらおうかな。私に想像を見られてもいいの？セナなら大丈夫。逆にこっちが照れちゃう。なら仕方ないね。一人で遊んでもいい。
君、神様と仲良しみたいだし。
1% discount. Okay. 1% discount is not a good discount.
おまけとして、インスピレ
What
ー
is
シ
this?
ョンブースターに記録済みのメモリーディスクをセットにして 1% オフにしてあげよう。
Wait, what? Wait, did I read this properly? Mad, fuck off. Senadina suddenly squeezed your hand, hinting you to stay silent and let her handle the bargaining. After all, you're a penniless outsider who just arrived. Okay, don't call me poor. But you knew if you compromise with this man who's no more energetic than you, your firm will and noble ideas would be disgraced. Not giving Senna face is not giving me face. Can't run away, can't run away, can't run away. Gotta haggle, right now, gotta ride here, gotta haggle. Oh my god.
これでもちゃんとした商売なんだ。例外はないよ。
I feel like each time we're picking the worst choice, by the way. Oh my god, we're doing this. 50. We just have to hit 50 3 times. Okay, we hit 50.
よ
Nice.
く回る口だね。
If you mark it down, I promise you win today's best memorable award. Sure, we can bribe him.
し、まったく、かなわ。
I forgot that that thing's a mechanic. After a battle of words, he finally convinced Zero to lower the price to a relatively reasonable level.
今回は最も人気が高い3幕を体験させてあげるよ。値段も値段だし、それなりの手抜き。もとい、編集
So a demo.
させてもらうからね。
Okay.
ちなみに今まで、君みたいなぬいぐるみを使ってテストをしたことはないから、トラブルがあっても責任は取らないよ。
ぬいぐるみをバカにしてるの？こう見えても立派な大人なんだから。
We are so stupid in this form, aren't we?
はいはい。準備はよろしいですか？
任せて。
The redhead guard suddenly leaned in close to you, her gaze shifting back and forth across you. Under her eager stare, a subtle itch like new buds breaking through soil began to
動
spread.
かないで。あった。もうセリンたらどうしてデータポートを額に隠すの？
Your bangs were lifted to a height that would make even a cotton doll look rather bold. Okay. Okay, sure.
学園もののドラマとかでよく聞く音楽だ。
舞台を構築中です。しばらくお待ちください。
Huh? Act 1 Spectating training with smiling eyes.
最初の舞台は学校か。桜花を離れてからまともに授業を受けるのはいつぶりだろう。課題の研究どころか。待って、私は何年生だったっけ？専攻は？
suddenly something hit your forehead.
セナ
Oh, wait, what? Okay, so this is these.
記憶喪失のふりをして先生に訓練を増やされたことを忘れるつもり
What?
何もなかったみたいにこの風紀委員の目から逃げられると思ったら大間違いだよ。訓練風紀委員何を言って
What? She aimed the spot where the pain lingered as if charging up for another flick to the forehead.
セナ
You should have sensed it coming, since everything was built upon imagination. It was impossible not to think of her while walking alongside the redhead god. She, Sanadina, who awakened as you did, fought by your side yet vanished without a trace, was ultimately forgotten by all. The one who bore this name was the light of faith, the warm gaze that eternally watched over all of Luoxing, and of course, the flame that sparked from nowhere and once danced in your hands.
セナとの学園生活か。確かに想像したことあるけどね。かかってきて。セナのデコピンで死ぬなら本望だよ。でも、一つ
Okay.
あるんだ。
Very dramatic.
ねえ、セナ。私はまだあなたからヨーヨーの遊び方を教えてもらってないよ。え？でも、あの後言ったよね。受験勉強に集中するために先生にヨーヨーを預けたって。せめてあれをもう一度見せてくれない？あれって天上天下この一撃のみ。あれをもう一度見ることができれば覚えられる気がす
Okay.
るの。毎日一番早く教室に行くって約束
Okay, Jesus Christ, I just looked at the time.
え
Okay, we probably should have stopped before we got to this part.
そこまで言うなら
I just realized it's 10:15.
ヨーヨーを見るのね。
Uh,
一緒に行く
let's get to the save point. Oh wait, this is also playing.
ここに残っておとなしく訓練するの。じっとしててね。勝手に離れたら
Wait, no. Wait, okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue this tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Okay, oh my god, I should have paid attention this time. Yeah, we'll continue this because it looks like we're heading to an interesting bit. But yeah, tomorrow I'll see if I can start a bit earlier, but we'll continue this, right? And tomorrow we won't really have to do a recap. But yeah, well, it is a bit abrupt, chat, but I didn't pay tracked attention to time. But yeah, we'll leave it here for today. So hopefully you enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys next time, chat. Also, we're pulling for the new character in Celestra. Bye bye, chat. Take care.